Recording in 3, 2, 1. Do 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 do. Greetings and welcome to yet
Chicken and a
another
biscuit.
tangent. To yet another episode of the Class Action Point podcast. Today we have, playing our intrepid adventurers, the following individuals. Jared, who is playing
Ayan, the tiefling ardent.
Alex, who is playing
I am playing Sephuz, the Hengeyokai scout.
Ryan, who is playing
Murdoch, the defender, dwarven warden.
Yep. Chris, who is playing
Duion, the Goblin Artificer.
Jessica, who is playing
Zool, the Tiefling Scion.
and Adam. I think I got it right?
You got it right.
Who's playing?
I'm playing Cedra, Elven Monk, Fire User, and Swordsman.
Alrighty. When last we left our party of brave adventurers, we did not have this echo. Last we left our party of brave adventurers, they had rescued a cat who was not a cat. So, that went well.
It was nothing like a cat at all.
Yeah,
Nope.
It's not at all like a cat anymore.
More like a someone in our party. That's what it was more like.
Yes. So, this little adventure took up a good chunk of the morning, and it's like early afternoon, getting close to about 1-ish, or the equivalent thereof in this world's time system. So, Duion, who's not supposed to be upside down, and Zool had been having a light lunch while the rest of the party actually did all the work.
Now, granted, we tried, but the dice were not in our favor, so we decided just to sit down and eat a very nice meal at a cafe.
Yes, you're eating at a nice little cafe. There's nice little danishes and coffee or tea, and little dainty, teacup type things.
And bacon.
No, they don't have bacon. But I think somebody had picked up a big slab of bacon to take home for Puggy later on.
No, I didn't.
Somebody did. I know somebody ordered
No,
some.
I really didn't.
I think it might have been me. I'm not sure
it's
though.
been a while.
I think I did, but I said it was for Puggy, but it was really for myself. But I mean, I was gonna.
What Puggy's gonna do when he finds out.
I have stealth. I will pickpocket.
I imagine if I walk into anywhere near Puggy, he will probably tackle me to eat the bacon that is somewhere on my person. So I don't think I'm going to be able to hide it from him unless I would try to eat it, which I think it's not cooked.
Okay, well, but you have used up about half a day or so. But there's still plenty of time to try and you might be able to accomplish one of the other major. There are a couple other handout, bills or jobs on the job board that might be interesting. You might be able to double up, get another one going.
After Kitty went.
Yes.
After Kitty went wrong, I don't want to do another one that has anything to do with cats ever again.
Yeah.
But you don't
Yeah,
want
so
to
it's
play
quite a
around with
chase.
pussies anymore?
Pretty much Murdoch's world
I know.
fell apart.
I know Cedro would definitely have been tempted by the ad for Bandits. Or not for Bandits, but warning of Bandits, I should say.
Yes, there are two other handouts. The wanted bandits. There's also a church cleanup at the cleanup needed at the Church of the Raven Queen.
Hey, you want to go clean up the Church of the Raven Queen?
Sure, I'm pretty sure there's demons there, so let's go.
Would Bahamut be for that? Murdoch, it literally in the thing says a bandit gang calling itself the Grey Blaze is causing difficulties in the southern forest. Please deal with them. Murdoch's very he's from a forested area, so the moment he reads that part, which he didn't when we first saw the Kitty Gone one, so he's very behind. He doesn't even care bandits or whatever, but that there's a problem in the forest. Definitely pushes his vote towards that.
I think
Okay.
3 of us are from the forest at least, because me and Cedra are both from a forest too. I think. Cedra, you're from a forest,
I'm
right?
from the mountains.
Okay, never mind. I'm from a
Or
forest.
Cedra is, I should say.
Alright, so we
Cedra wants
have...
those bandit slain, though, just because it seems like a high-profile job that people would,
Alrighty.
in Cedra's mind, reap.
Dueron is thinking loot.
Keep,
I think the
yeah,
bandits
keep
equal
rewards and
loot.
stuff.
Alrighty. Well,
Seems like
yeah.
we've convinced everyone.
Alright, the procedure usually is to at least contact the individual who did the bill. So you
To the
need to
town
find
watch.
this Sergeant Ector.
So we will. So does the town watch by chance have a building?
They have
Who
a
has
couple of buildings.
streetwise?
There's a main building and like a couple of little guard
Towers.
houses here and there that have for a couple of guards to stay in, or to check in while they're going around their rounds.
So can we just tear down this wanted sign and then bring it to the main town watch building?
Well, you'll notice that there's a couple of copies of many of these bills, and this is the last copy of this one.
Uh-oh. There's competition.
There's potential competition, yeah.
Rip it down. Dueron rips it down.
Even better.
Alrighty.
I'm okay with fighting random groups.
Alrighty, so we will need a new map for the... let me see how it... Yep, it's the right one. I need to actually have you shoved onto Old Graffiti Street. And be sure to enjoy my very bad artwork in the corner. Yeah, we're level 2. Or you are level 2.
Yeah.
Not
That's what
level
I
3
just
yet.
couldn't. I think I made on my character builder level 3 just in anticipation, but I was like, I don't think we hit 3, so I just wanted to make sure before
Not yet.
Sweet.
Alright, so you can see the artwork there. Yes. Do you see what looks like a burned down building with graffiti on it?
Yes.
So for listeners, what do some of the things say and are shown on here?
Pellar's crossed out. Scamos was here. Die Orc.
Looks like it's some guy molesting a pig.
Yes, and have you
I
noticed
think the
More
pig is
molestation.
meant to
you noticed
be
the words
Paylor.
next to it with the
Paylor.
arrows?
Paylor. So Paylor is either the guy molesting the pig or the pig itself.
Or
So someone
both.
doesn't like Paylor.
Alrighty. So anything else?
You know what else is pig, right? bacon.
Alrighty. So, actually, Dweon, give me I don't know what this would be for you, but give me some kind of
History check?
history or streetwise. Actually, give me one of each. Don't worry, it's more
Well, I like history because
it's not gonna.
Dweon's kind of book
Depending on
smart.
how well you do with the history check will determine how well you do with the streetwise check.
All right, I rolled a 13,
Oh boy.
and then I rolled a 3, even with my. And then I have streetwise is a no bonus. I rolled a 5, so I did not roll very well at all on either one.
You're
So everyone's rolling this?
What?
Is everyone rolling this?
Well, it's basically for Dweon. Dweon would be the only one who might understand the meaning of something.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So, Dweon is too busy trying to determine what for a good time, what came after death for a good time. And he's not figuring it out. So he decides,
Now, is this building outside the watchtower?
Well, basically, this is a building on the way to the watchtower.
Okay.
There's an couple of old burnout buildings on what's called Graffiti Street now, but was once Old Main Street. As you can tell by half of a burnt sign at one, near one of the other buildings.
Cool.
It looks like this area seems to be a part of the. Who is drawing? Anyways, there's a big hunk of area of buildings that just seem to be like half of them are knocked down, the rest look like they've been burnt half away or otherwise wrecked. And you come up to the actually, it appears that at the end of this section is one of the guard stations. And you see a bald human from facing away from you. Talking with a bearded, fancy clothed man. Also probably human.
Well, who's got high charisma? Who's our spokesperson of this group, really?
Yeah, I see
Also,
the face palms.
Doesn't Zool have a high charisma also?
I have a charisma of like 18.
Yeah.
Murdoch has an 8. I believe he can be the spokesperson at any time.
An 8 total?
Total. So his diplomacy is 0, just so, you know. It's all good.
And last level was a -1.
Yep.
Yeah, Sephrus can percept things.
Yay!
He wants to percept.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a 19.
Yes. Judging from the back of the bald human's clothing, he's probably wearing he seems to be wearing the colors of the town that are most likely the town's guard, and has like a little like patch on his you can see part of it on his shoulder that looks pretty fancy.
Okay,
So
I point.
So he's probably someone, yeah.
I look at Anne and say, "That's probably the guy we need to talk to."
Is it?
Yeah, he's got the sigil of a sergeant. He looks pretty important, so.
Ah, I see. What are we talking to him for?
this job, and I snatch the paper from whoever has it and give it to Aya.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, which job is this?
Real cool. They sent someone important out
This-
to give us this job.
This is the bandit one.
So we're just trying to get
hunting
info.
bandits. Finally.
Yes, we get to do this for the. I sigh and say, for the grace of Bahamut, or whatever your phrase is.
Alrighty.
Time to bring these people to justice for stealing from the innocent and the downtrodden.
Yeah.
Step aside, gentlemen. Aya's gonna walk forward, and she's gonna greet these two gentlemen with a salutation. She's like, it's like, hello there.
Give me a perception check, Aya.
18
That's total.
total.
Alrighty. Okay. When you hail these two gentlemen and call them gentlemen, the bald one, turns to face you, and you see his face has several scars on it.
Well, for Aya, this isn't an unusual sight. She came from an archipelago that was full of pirates.
Yeah. You do see the other man, the man with the kind of the little scraggly beard, make a kind of weird expression. You don't quite when you hail them both.
So Aya's going to continue. It's like, I have come in regards to the posting about bandits in the area, and I was under the impression that you two are the gentlemen to meet with in order to gain more information about where to locate these bandits.
The bearded man is like, yes. Well.
Aya performs kind of like she kind of straightens up, and she's like, "It would be my honor to assist you with this task."
Alright. The bald human introduces himself. Sergeant Ector of the S1E9 watch. And this is a visiting dignitary. Viscount Ernest Marcano.
It is an honor to meet you, gentlemen. My name is Aya. I hail from the southwestern triangle, and I am currently attending Swine Dimple's Academy of Adventuring.
Aya, insight check.
Same as last time, but a different name.
You don't notice anything special then. Well, Sergeant Ector, well, this fellow has had some important merchandise apparently has been stolen from a caravan he was charged with bringing to his liege, the Tsar of Grey Mountain in the west.
Andrew, can any of us that are kind of eavesdropping in on this conversation, can we make insight checks, or is it just?
Well,
I feel like it's not even eavesdropping because we're just like right there.
Well,
yeah, we're not really eavesdropping.
You could, but it'd be harder for you to notice because you're not actually paying direct attention to what's going on. So you can try.
Okay.
A couple of you can try.
It was better than Aya's, so that's something.
Leon is pretty sure the Viscount is going to shit himself and then throw his poo at you.
I'm too busy kind of looking over at this table, whatever's on here, some shields and stuff.
You're busy.
No, it's just that Dweon thinks that the Viscount is secretly a Baylor.
Nah, more pit fiend. So
Aya nods like it's like, I understand. It's like important merchandise for a very high-ranking official.
yes. Yes, I had several important packages and items to deliver that were stolen from my caravan. Yes.
Does Zephyrus pick anything up from him, or is it just what
Zephyrus
Aya picked up?
is looking some. He's not sure if it's the you know he keeps kind of scratching his chin. You're not sure if it's because of but why. It could be his beard is itchy. It could be he's thinking about of something. It's not really apparent why he seems to be scratching at his chin. The Viscount, that is.
Well, I can't really question him about it, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is.
Well, Aya's well, just tell us the location where the wagon was attacked, and me and my comrades will be more than happy to help you out.
Yes. Along the road to the south. No, south, right? Sorry. Yes. Along the road to the south.
Any particular nearby landmarks?
I don't know. I was not with them when they were attacked.
I understand.
So I'm not sure exactly where, just south along the main road.
Very well. It's we will take this. We will take this job, and we will rid this city of these foul bandits, and ensure that the goods are returned and delivered to their rightful place.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else you want to do before heading out that way?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
I need to check something real quick. I need you to gather your tokens together somewhere so that I can copy them. Close enough, it'll do.
And so, as they depart, Aya's it's like, worry not, gentlemen. As Bahamut is my witness, we will see those goods returned.
So,
before we go, I missed part of him explaining how he got attacked, and basically the details of the mission to know if we need to be non-lethal or not, or if we have to bring them back alive or what.
I would be glad to see their heads on pikes. But whenever...
Will the law be glad with us doing that? I kind of just look around shiftily, worried.
The sergeant's well, we would prefer to have someone to prosecute. Well, surely not all of them will be needed for that. But still.
And Aya chimes in and says, sometimes the best course of action is to ensure that those who prey upon the weak and defenseless never do so again.
Yeah. Well, there's
are we rehabilitating them?
There are several ways of doing that, of course. The sergeant says, though. Alrighty.
That was basically Aya's discreet way of saying
traveling.
It's her discreet way of saying take no prisoners if they're going to resist.
Alrighty. So here's the thing. Are you going to travel down the road? Travel through the forest near it? Travel through the forest at random?
I think what we should do is just stroll down the road. Come at us. Acting like we're targets you could totally mug, and then instead we mug them. with
All
Oh,
right.
I see. You're kind of
justice.
doing kind of a sting operation type of thing, or a setup, or
All right.
Ambush.
Yeah, let's set them up and then beat them up.
Alrighty.
Who's the most
So,
defenseless looking
like,
person?
It's like, good thinking. If they think we have riches, they'll come to us. A clever plan indeed.
Let's give Dweon all of our money and send him alone while the rest of us follow him in the forest.
Leon's a
Alrighty.
Goblin.
I'll get the green paint.
yeah, they wouldn't believe the
won't
goblin
believe
had a
the
lot of
goblin has
riches.
But if you have a big pack of gold, they'll think you stole it all.
How do you
Jingle,
manage to do
jingle.
that, though? That's what they're thinking. This is definitely a ruse.
By just having
Could be
him, because
Goblin like Santa.
he looks so defenseless compared to the rest of us. The rest of us are somewhat intimidating.
Alrighty, so what is the plan you're going with?
You throw a couple cloaks over Murdoch and the humans in here. Nobody will know the wiser.
What humans?
Who here has a decent stealth? Because I can help you.
Well,
I can stealth around well enough.
Stealth.
Murdoch's is -2. Again, he would be prime for any stealth missions.
I do
as
think
you
we
will.
should send Murdoch. You know, he's the tanky tank. He can like walk down the road jingling his money bags.
Maybe I could act a little drunk. You know, like I've had a good time in the city, and now I'm.
Wait, act a little drunk.
I guess I could really be drunk.
I like this plan.
So you're walking, So remind me, exactly what is the plan you're doing?
Well,
I heard a lot of plans.
We're gonna hide, and then someone's gonna be drunk, and then we're gonna also go down the road.
Okay.
yeah, I think the stealthy characters are gonna kind of try to hide in the bushes as we're following Murdoch.
Alrighty.
Murdoch's going to be the bait.
Alrighty.
I can give everyone a +2 to their stealth rolls, so that will help a little bit.
Alright.
Oh yeah, there you go. Actually, my sneaky goblin has a pretty good stealth.
Alright, so you're gonna head down the road with some of the stealthier characters out in the forest trying to watch the other characters hopefully get ambushed by these people.
Yeah.
Alright, eventually you come to you head down the road. It goes almost completely straight for most of the way, with only slight turns here and there to avoid, quite obviously unmovable, or at least not easily movable objects and things like, large hills and massive trees, and occasionally, to get to a bridge, it's just a little bit out of the way, and stuff.
How far outside of town are we, Andrew?
You're a good 2 or so miles when you find what apparently was the place where this happened, because there's a wrecked cart on.
There is now a drawing of Dion.
Yeah, right on the edge of the. Right on the edge of the road. It looks like it's flipped over and smashed open. It seemed to have a roof and stuff.
Well, Murdoch is the first one to see this, right?
Correct.
Yeah, pretty much. He goes up over a slight hill, and there it is in a little valley just beyond there. He's the first one to go up the hill. But everybody can pretty much see this after a moment. Alright, so it appears that there's nothing actually going on here.
Can we make perception checks?
Quiet. Yes, you may. Sephruz.
Nice.
Almost a crit.
Sephruz notices a couple of things.
And don't forget, you all have
some ruts going off into
a bonus to perception checks.
A what? What is the bonus on that?
Oh, it's I believe +2.
Plus 2 to
So I have a
perception also.
31.
+1 actually.
Plus
Okay,
one.
I
Double
get a
check that.
30.
So Sephiroth sees some ruts going off into the east through what appears to be
Oh my god.
it appears to be the game trail that Cedra comes walking up towards them from.
See, Cedra just sees like a giant golden staff laying on the ground.
Well, Cedra found the hunting trail like half a mile back, and has been
He's
following
just
it
been
with
letting
the rest of the
Murdoch
stuff.
do nothing.
No, what happens
Oh,
is
you're supposed to be following us? Yeah, it's over here.
Dweon and Murdoch notice a moose turd,
Ooh, Leon's thinking,
and they just stop, and they're stopped like,
pie.
wow, would you look at that?
That is a big, great steamer.
Back where we come from, we call them pygmy yurts.
Yeah. So as you found a trail, Cedar had been following it for a little while and knew that there was another branch off of it, and was like, "Oh, ruts! They went off the other on the other branch that he passed by." So it appears there are multiple carts, and at least one of them was, dragged that way.
Sweet.
So you've got a path.
Well.
Can you follow?
Should be able to.
Yeah, isn't somebody a tracker or something in this group or something?
I've got nature, so I'm assuming I'm a tracker.
Yeah, you have a good
I'm assuming
chance
he's a
of it.
better tracker than I.
Yeah, nature or perception, depending on how well what you're doing to look for and keep on the trail.
Those are equal for me, so I'm just going to go with nature. Oh, that was awful.
Yes, Sephiroth offends a rock, and it decides to plant itself right underneath his foot. And he steps on it and hard and trips and falls and slips on it and falls.
Well, in that case, I'm going to keep an eye out to see if I notice anything following the trail.
Aya does not notice that there has been this small tuft of grass coming out of a bulb following them. Or at least that's what she thinks that everybody else hasn't noticed.
Murdoch.
Murdoch offends that rock even more, so that when Sephiroth does his slip on and face plant, he kind of kicks it right into Murdoch's face.
I apologize.
No, Aya's role was that she's apologizing to the rock for Sephiroth's offense.
The rock swears at you, or so you believe.
And while we're messing with this rock, Cedra's like, guys, the trail's this way.
The trail's this way.
More
We're not even going
hand
near
signals
that
that nobody can see.
So I'm guessing like we push Murdoch down the trail while the rest of us hide in the trees.
Wait.
Somehow.
Let me guess. Wait. So, Zool did psychic dwarf tossing. Now you're doing natural dwarf bowling?
Just roll him down the trail. That will make him look drunk.
It's not our fault that the only dwarf we have available can't be moved by his own means.
Well, he's one.
His legs are so short.
He needs like a dwarf hoverboard.
Oh my god, I hate those
So
things.
I've been living missiled. Now I'm getting bold. I'm being bold. It's just great.
So we just need basketball. We need baseball. We need a couple other things we need to do.
We can throw him like a football.
I feel like I'm always the ball, though. That's all that matters.
Uh-huh.
I literally am the personification of be the ball. Be the ball.
Alright, so as you travel down the trail, give me some perception checks as you
Oh,
head
boy.
down that way.
All of us. Or
24.
some of
Am I
us?
ro-
Anybody who'd be
am
good
I
at it, at
rolling?
least.
Am I rolling while this is going on? You just-
You can be if you want.
I like the idea of it.
Oh my god.
Me and Cedra are equal.
Should should we have been hiding? I forgot to roll stealth.
Yeah, Cedra
Okay.
and Sephruz realize, they should be a little more quieter and stealthier as they're approaching. It appears that there's a smoke coming, a small column of smoke from probably a campfire of some sort
Ooh.
up ahead.
Okay, I tell everyone to be quieter and except for Murdoch and try to blend in. Wow, actually Murdoch's doing pretty well.
Murdoch does good when you tell him not to do something.
Yeah.
I
I'm
also
bowling silently. Yeah.
I also have a 17, so
Alrighty.
Cedra, that's a
all right.
27.
Oh, we get a +2 to our stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
make my stealth a 19.
Wait, hold
Made up
on.
for my negative.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Apparently
finally rolled a decent.
Alrighty.
Zephyr's is the bait today, so
So there's enough that you'll be able to at least get close without them seeing you.
Can we send somebody that's really stealthy up there to investigate?
Even though when Aya's walking, it sounds like the sound of a slinky slishing softly.
oh my gosh,
Alrighty,
there's
so
people.
basically, let me give you a. So basically, you see your tokens down below the little map. Anywhere on this side, this edge of the map, you can see
Alright.
yourself up.
Oh my god, we're fighting the Green Bay Packers!
Oh god, no.
They're about
What?
to start playing. So they're all GB mooks and GB. Makes sense.
Hey, there's Mr. Shadowfrost on there.
No, it isn't. The GB stands for Gray
Green Bay.
Blades. And I need to get my information out for the characters.
No, it's totally Green Bay. Don't you know up in Wisconsin all those savages, hide out in the forest and camp around campfires?
I'm from Wisconsin. Murdoch's from the forest. This works perfectly.
Yeah, so you can corroborate that everyone from Wisconsin is a savage.
I especially I'm from southern Wisconsin on the Illinois border, but those ones in the north, closer to Green Bay, it makes perfect sense.
Cheese eaters.
I mean, obviously,
Somebody's a little fuzzy.
It's Alex.
Alex? Fuzzy.
Okay.
Okay. Just checking with you. Yeah, they're doing some fuzzy stuff. Fuzzy sound. Alrighty. And actually, it's the direct edge. Just the edge.
All right.
So you can try and hide like in the forest a little bit. The foresty areas are difficult terrain, as are the bunch of like logs here. There is a campfire here that may or may not be dangerous to walk in.
So in other words, the two tieflings can walk right through it.
Yeah, probably. And Caesar possibly could. With barely getting singed at most. But it's also difficult terrain.
Cedra, just walk in there and set your hands on fire.
Do we perceive anything out of the ordinary? I mean, obviously, for everybody, somewhat, but like, are they just chilling? Do we see prisoners? Do we see? Are they, are they like watching for people? Is anybody like, do we notice any of this as we kind of silently come up here?
there's a bunch of. They appear to have their own kind of. I'm trying to make sure I've got everybody. I am missing two and it's fixed. Alright.
So as we're getting close to the camp, I reach over to Aya. I tap her on the shoulder, and I say, "Hey! I can make your spear. I can do that thingy with the arcane energy augment thing on it."
Augment.
And I'm holding a red crayon.
She just looks kind of confused for a second. What's the augment thingy?
Oh, let me see your spear for a second.
She holds it close to Dweon, kind of cautiously.
All right. He scribbles a little sigil on it, and now you have a +2 bonus as a free action once your item has
plus
been
2 bonus to what?
Attack. It's an augment energy. It's a class feature.
It's pretty much a floating +2 that you can use.
So if you get close, if you get close to hitting, you can tag that.
That was a waste of a crit.
Oh boy.
Not that
My guy
there's a lot of problems hitting things, but
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the drunkenness. I am not very initiative. Too much rolling. My guy feels a little out of sorts.
I mean, I crit, so that was a waste of a crit. I was hoping that I could use that on a, attack.
While Andrew is getting stuff ready, do we have a plan of attack at all? Like, while we were kind of seeing this, any whispering where we're like, okay.
I think there's a lot of mooks, and they can probably overwhelm us if we don't take them out quickly. As for everybody else, I think it just depends on what their appearance looks like. I can infer at least 2 of them are holding up big shields, and one of them's a Fey fellow in shadow, perhaps. But
I whisper to
Watch out for the
everybody,
Fae.
if I turn into a really frozen-looking tree, don't freak out. Because I might have to.
if
But
you
these
do
are
that,
Also, don't confuse
you
me
won't
for
melt
a tree.
to, for example, fire temperature, would you? Would you be safe?
No,
from
I'll
that?
be fine.
Or,
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Well,
okay, it's very important that I need to know if somebody's going to melt near me.
last one.
Oh, some mook crit fail. That's just how it goes.
Alright, is everybody on the list? Looks like everybody's on the list.
yes.
This is the first.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I
Now,
just figured out how to do initiative.
Place Cedra above Aya. Cedra's dex is better.
Cedra.
Yeah.
I'm getting here.
Alrighty.
Cedra will have 18.2. And Aya will have 18 points.
And Sephru's crit, does that mean he gets to go first because of it? Or does it matter? Or did someone else? It all just is numbers. That's
It's
right.
all just the numbers.
The numbers.
Alright.
Makes me sad.
Saber one. However, no one's noticed him. And by the way, Cedra should be in the, like I said, just the first, first one. Yeah, there you go. And
There's
Saber
fine, I
one
didn't see that
has
spot.
not noticed anything, and appears to be busy doing something. Can't see behind the kind of big bushy tree here. This Fey Shadow fellow. Give me somebody who. Let me see. Dweon or Aya can get a good look at him from here, or at least better than most other characters. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Arcana. Uh,
Nope.
Okay.
I got a 19 total.
Okay.
I
From a
got
distance, he looks like an elf, but but most elves don't have glowing dark blue eyes.
Most elves don't have glowing, dark blue, luscious, seductive eyes.
Yeah.
Quick question: Is it sunny out right now, or?
It's getting. It was a long walk. It's like late afternoon right now.
All right. So there's something weird about this elf's eyes.
Yeah, like he's not an elf.
Like he's
And
not an elf.
his skin glitters like diamonds.
Alrighty. Sephiroth.
Alright, I'm assuming if I stay in tree cover, I'll be pretty much hidden. Well,
Yeah,
if
well,
I roll.
Unless you walk face first into a tree and go, ow.
well, the tree cover is difficult terrain. Remember.
Yeah, I am. 4, 5, 6, 7.
So double move, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
Not gonna go into a stance while you're in the have a minor action left.
There's my stance.
Okay.
Lurking
Just want to
spider.
make sure that was what you're doing. Alrighty. The Fist of the Silver Moon is just gonna walk over here. It appears to have like a stick with what appears to be a hunk of meat stuck to the end. It's putting it on over the fire to cook.
Oh man, we're interrupting a perfectly nice camping trip.
Well, she
How
can
does
all
how does
actually
the
be
meat
innocent.
smell? Does it smell really good?
It's just started to cook. There isn't
Okay.
really a good smell yet. It's just
Good.
put it on the
I
fire for the
thought
first time.
I might have to make a willpower save or something.
Yeah, maybe something along those lines. Alrighty. Shield 1. There's Shield 1. Is this? Yeah, that's Shield 1. Shield 1 is gonna walk over here and pick up something at the pile of random objects. Cedra.
Since they're completely unaware from the look of it, I'm gonna wait for
If
one of our
at least the
actually.
the ones that've done stuff seem to be doing like normal things you do around camp, for the most part.
Yeah, so they're completely unaware of the last.
Yeah,
None
at
of
least the
them.
one.
They're
Yeah, so far they seem to be.
all right. Well, I'm gonna delay then and give the opportunity for somebody who otherwise wouldn't have the chance to just rush in there without everything being all crazy at the moment to get the chance to do so if they need to.
Alrighty. So you're gonna delay.
I don't know if that is anybody, but there we go.
Alrighty. What would Aya do? Charge down the heat.
I was going to say, brashly walk out and issue a challenge.
Alrighty, so Cedra will be going right after Aya again. Probably. So Aya, it's your turn. I'm gonna do the whole thing with the...
Let's see, Aya is going to just simply waltz out of tree cover, pull her spear into the air, and she's just going to shout, it's like, Bahamut has come in the form of my blade, and you will all face judgment. And then charge the saber.
This guy's like, what blade? You have a spear.
The tip of a blade is still it's a blade. It's a sharpened edge.
Yeah, you only put
Steel.
the tip in. Got it.
Just the tip.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so charging the saber. 22 versus AC.
22 versus AC. Well, hit.
Alright, since I charged, it'll do 17 weapon damage.
Oh, yeah.
And now the saber cannot shift.
So, 17 you said.
Yep.
That will just bloody it.
Excellent.
So, anything else? You have action points if you didn't.
And the saber turns around and is like, hey, I'm enjoying some good jerky here. What's the deal?
Yeah, it's very weird for a girl to. It's supposed to be a girl, I think.
And Aya's like, so sorry. Please go back to your jerky. And then I'll judge you.
Alright, Cedra. Now that cover has been
Well,
broken.
I was gonna say, Cedra, our cover is blown, or is it? All they know is that some nut walked in and shouted a challenge.
That's a good point. How serious do they see this threat at the moment?
Somebody ran up and stabbed
Like,
him.
are they just like kind of just sitting there like half lidded and like staring, unblinking, or is it like they're up in arms or what?
Well, let's see here. Everybody's at least stood up and pulled a blade. They could. Or gotten ready to do so. Yeah.
Let's see. Aya's gonna try to create an opportunity for everyone. She's basically like, it's like, that's right, come now. It's like, I will be your challenger this day.
All right. I want to see if. Oh man, I can't even say what I want to do without starting to laugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I imagine the tops of these tents won't support my weight if I were to land on it, for example, correct?
Go ahead. Yes.
It would.
You're gonna jump onto it.
Well, I was going to majestically glide onto it while shouting, "This is a raid," but I didn't want to have the whole thing like fall out from under me the minute I did that.
When did you change your character's name to Leroy Jenkins?
No, I'm the one who ran in first. I'm
Yeah,
Leroy
it's
Jenkins.
true.
Yeah.
Hey, this is I was going to say it's actually, you know what? I wonder if I can. Actually, you know, it's better if I jump here. I think is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But that would be a horrible fail. It's like, you fly. It's like, this is a raid. Everyone, put your hands, and you land in the tent. Put your hands up. No. I'm okay.
Yeah, I like that spot. So I'm going to
Okay.
majestically glide in through the air gracefully, and I think I might. Actually, I can just majestically glide and take the fall damage and acrobatically land because I don't even care. I'm going to fall 10 feet into that square to prevent an opportunity attack. And I'm going to, yeah, I know. If I can land on my feet, like, stick this landing, it'll be the best.
Please don't fall.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
No fall damage for
Which do
you.
you want to land on? And which do you want to do a Mario jump off of?
Yeah.
Oh man, GB Saber too, for sure.
Alrighty.
I'm going to do like the M. Bison
roll me a
head
D6.
stomp.
Roll me a D6 now.
Which one? I'm
Roll me a
sorry, I was
D6.
laughing.
Just roll me a D6.
Okay. Oh.
Well,
Alright. And then I'm just going to follow up with the 5
you
storms.
basically land on her shoulders, your feet, and just kind of kick off just enough to get that one last square. And
Nice.
basically, one of her shoulders is all out of whack.
That's awesome. Alright, so I land on her shoulder and then I'm going to just swing my blade around in an arc. trying to knock her and the guy adjacent to me out. And don't have any attack bonuses.
So what do you
First
do?
one's going to be. I'm
He said
sorry.
he's doing 5 storms.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just
Exactly.
whipping my sword out in an arc, trying to get the lady in the mook. Lady's going to be the first roll.
Okay. 15 or 28 versus reflex hits anything of theirs. 15
Okay.
on the mook versus reflex will hit as well.
Okay.
Looks like you got a ghetto crit for damage.
Which is always nice.
Nice.
That's 13.
And then I'm going to follow up with like a quick pommel smack with my long sword, and that's going to be my turn. And I'm just flurry of blows.
And mook is down. There.
Yep. And then she takes 5 damage.
5 more damage. And you catch her hair on fire with your Mario-like fire technique thing. After jumping on her, you then fireball her.
Alright, I'm going to shift right next to that tent.
Alrighty.
All while shouting, this is a raid. Alright, that's my turn.
Alrighty. GB Saber 2 would have been next.
So, kind of as a free action, Aya watches that happen, and points her spear at the rest of them. It's like, surrender now, or you will follow suit.
Alright, so, Leon.
Those people did die in like 12 seconds.
Let's see. Dweon, the first thing is a minor action. He reaches over and draws a sigil onto Murdoch's back with a grease crayon. It draws kind of a flamish yes.
Sigil.
And
It's
sigil,
basically,
yes.
it's basically a magical kick-me sign.
Yes, I'm casting Flame Burst Armor on him. For right now, Murdoch, you have a resist 5 fire for the rest of the battle, and I can make you blow up if I want to as a standard action. So that's my minor action. My move action. You guys ruined everything.
Alrighty.
If I move here, do I still get like partial cover from the trees, or?
Yeah. Alright, so do we on anything else?
Yes. We're well protected.
So that would be range 9 to get the saber, right? Yeah. Okay.
Saber 1.
Okay. I can do that then. He reaches in his pouch. He grabs a black orb out of there.
Stop. No. Attack Saber. She's my waifu.
And I'm going to chuck this black orb and try to hit saber number 1. This is my drain speed. And I think I got my macro set. So let's see what happens.
That will hit.
Let's see. Did it hit? Okay, yep. Okay, and so at damage. Where's my damage dice?
Do that damage. Do that damage.
So this is up 1d10 plus 4 damage.
Do it. Get 14.
Oh, I got 10. 10 points of damage and of necrotic damage, and the target is slowed until the end of my next turn. I get to choose one ally within 5 targets of the square. Is anybody? Okay, Cedra.
Cedra.
And you gain a plus 2 bonus to speed until the end of my next turn, and also gain 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Okay. TB Brave Blade Shield number 2 is next. Unless Dweon wanted to action point.
Nope.
Alright. Shield number 2, what do? That's cool. Okay. shield number 2 is going to move up here and ready in action. On his, well, first move, minor action. He's gonna put his shield up. Then, ready in action. Duel.
Okay. You said that for taller characters that the brush doesn't count as cover.
Well, it doesn't cover unless you have a full space in between you and it. But it's pretty much it goes both ways.
So right now, me and you are covered, Zool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have trouble. There's enough shrubbery and stuff in the way that pretty much everything would have cover. If you're making range attacks from there.
Kill the two mooks.
I'm gonna. What? Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the mooks. Watch out, Dweon. We got bandits behind the trees over there. And I'm gonna do dishearten. I'm gonna do dishearten 0. Center there to try and hit both mooks.
Right then left?
Yep.
Right. Barely missed. Left gets obliterated. Left decides, you know what? I've always wanted to, cut a throat. I guess mine's as good as any. Yeah.
My mommy didn't love me anyway.
So yeah, dishearten has been having that. Has been a thing where either you miss everything, or you barely miss everything, but crit something. That one guy.
He just cries himself to sleep, never to wake up again.
Yep. Alrighty. Anything else?
Taking that dirt nap.
Anything else from Zool?
No, that should be my turn. I made him revisit his teenage years.
Not that cool. Alright, so the mooks go. This one noticed you made his buddy slit his own throat.
What? That wasn't me. Your friend was just really depressed or something.
And he is going to try and hit Zool with his marking strike. 24 hits you.
Ow.
I'm
going to do a reaction.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to do a reaction Infernal Wrath.
Go ahead. He's dead. You still take 4 damage.
Ow. Or, oops, wrong thing. Shit. There.
Oh, minions.
Alrighty. Let's see. This guy is gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and try and stab Cedra with his marking strike. 15 versus AC.
That misses.
That misses. Alright, this
yeah, I kind of
guy.
just pressed close.
2, 3, 4.
Sweet. Am I still marked by him even though he's dead?
Who knows?
Hey, Andrew, is that mook just walking up or is he charging?
He is walking up.
Okay.
He is not charging you.
Why not charge? He gets an accuracy bonus.
But don't you get a bonus against him?
Well, the thing is, he sees fear. He's one of the smart ones. On you, Aya. 23 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Take your 4 damage. I don't like it.
Ow.
2, 3, 5, 6. You can see over the bit of the kind of pointy canvas tent to you. Yeah, he's gonna charge Aya, running right by Cedra. Melee basic.
I'm gonna try and womp him.
Kill him.
Strength's not my best, so I'm just going to roll a d20.
Womp his willow.
That's not going to
Not a
work.
D20.
D2000.
So many
A
mistakes there.
D2000. Does 973 hit his AC?
I rolled
Oh,
badly.
I trust me. That's true. That 2 is no better. So, Cedra's gonna just let him glide on by.
Alright, this includes
Somehow.
the bonus.
It's time, everybody.
So,
Everybody roll your D2000. It doesn't work. Oh, unrecognized.
10 versus Aya's.
Just to let you know, this is definitely happening.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you rolled a little bit better than I did.
Yeah, you're rolling bad, Murdoch.
I rolled
Worse and worse.
worse. Oh, man. That is terrible.
The D2000 can only work for so long.
That would be quite the way
Before it
to
turns
play
on all of us.
D&D.
Oh my god, that's like HP Lovecraft crap right there with all the D100s you have to
This
roll.
guy can see Cedra. He's going to charge him.
God damn, that's a lot of mooks. Now that I see them all concentrated in one spot.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I wish I
Guess
could help
what?
you with that, but I
They're
don't
great,
have
it's a great place to blow them up,
Oh yeah.
or at least try to. Better idea. Here, 2 mooks and 2 others. Assuming they don't move.
Fort. Yeah, that's a lot right there.
Alright.
Or you should do right here. And get
I
the
don't think
fist.
14 hits Cedra.
Yeah, did a 14 hit Cedra's AC?
It missed.
Alright, Murdoch.
I've surveyed all of the whole scene.
And you're gonna walk away, right?
Well, see you guys. It was a good time. Man, what the cracker is it? Yeah, my movement is so bad. I think I'm just going to charge the guy who's attacking, who's trying to kind of flank Cedra.
This guy here.
Yeah, I'm debating if it's better to go for him or the one that's right in front of Aya.
Well,
I go for the one that's in front of Aya. I'll kill the mook right here.
Okay. And I'll charge to right here.
Charge to right here because you'll take an opportunity attack
yeah,
otherwise.
this one here. The one right
Not
in
to
front of
mention,
Aya.
when you charge, you stop at the first square you
Yep.
attack
Yeah.
from.
Yep.
Alrighty. Bring it.
Well, if I was snarky, I'd probably go like this, this, and then up, but that would never happen. So I'm gonna.
Okay.
I go straight forward. So I will melee basic. So it's a 20 versus AC.
20 versus AC will hit.
All right.
And he's
Bonk.
obliterated.
Boom.
No, it's not boom, it's bonk. He's got a hammer.
That's true. You're right.
Swing for the-
My
No.
hammer, when I strike correctly, it makes a little shock, like a shock wave.
Well,
Bonk.
here's the question. Are you golf swinging or swinging for the fences like a baseball player?
Probably running like that, I would probably golf swing.
Alrighty.
You hit him right in the kneecap, and his kneecap flies into his other kneecap.
Well, you hit him.
Poor Mook.
You hit him in the nether regions, sending them flying into a hole about half a mile away.
Wowza.
Ouch.
I'm
Alright.
grossed out a little bit.
He's got drunk dwarven strength.
Oh boy, we have a problem with the call with someone.
Do we?
Saber 1. Yeah. I think Adam is having problems.
Yeah, Adam dropped out. He'll probably be back in a sec.
Alright. So. Let's see. Graveblade Saber, number 1, is going to go and stab someone. And Cedra looks like the perfect target for this. Flanking, So, +2. So, total of +9 versus AC. What is it with me twos?
Not gonna hit.
I don't know, but I like it.
Were you asking Cedra that?
Well,
Yeah,
we
11
know
does not hit you.
his AC is definitely above 15. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. The Fey Shadow is going to move speed.
I'm kind of scared. His token's different than everyone else's. That means he's got something special going on.
it's not even a token. He's an actual like avatar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty. He is going to. He is just far enough away he can do this. He's going to charge Aya.
Oh.
So, +1 for charging. So he does. Does a 13 hit your reflex?
Not normally, but since he charged, I have a +2 to all defenses, so that misses.
Ooh. Yeah, so he has a long, thin blade that could get through almost any kind of armor easily. Almost.
But it's deflected at the last minute as Aya parries it with their spear.
Alright, Sephruz. His turn is next. I need to mess with the little thing
Alright.
real quick.
I'm gonna cast Stalker's Mist right here.
Okay.
Whoa, that's huge.
You feel cold and stuff in that area. Those are in that area.
It's in first one, so
No, in the purple thing I did around the Fey Shadow.
oh, for God's sake.
What happened? I lost internet for a good bit. Or something
Alrighty.
happened.
No one
You
hit
got
you,
missed
so
twice. Got missed a couple of times, and so did Aya. And there's a guy with an aura.
the
Do we
put
feel
down
anything
the
strange being in the aura?
cold.
It feels cold, and you kind of imagine you feel like one of the like a plant that had wilted, but kind of the equivalent for like a fleshy creature rather than a plant.
There we go. Okay.
Alrighty.
And I just cast the smoke cloud, so none of these four can actually see anything.
All right, where are you centering it again?
I've centered it right here. I already drew the. Oh, you might not be able to see it actually.
I can see it, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. All right, and then I move up and attack the mook.
All right. So the flank
That is a
train.
25.
25 hits the mook and breaks the flank train.
And that is, yeah. All right. And I suppose that's my turn.
It's your turn. Fist of the Silver Moon is going to do something interesting, I think. Alright. Let me see. Okay. Is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She heard and saw a splatter of blood back here. Heard a scream of the pain. And is going to attack you with a special attack called the Secret Fist.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Does that hit your fortitude? 23.
Yes.
That through. Alrighty, I need You take 13 damage and are weakened. Save ends. As it hits just the right pressure point to block your strength and skill just enough. Your blows are no longer as lethal as they once were.
And she's prone.
Yeah, I figured as much. Alright. Then, let's see. Shield 1, who is way back here. Should be closer. Someone that actually can help. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5.
They can no longer see.
Let me change that. He was here. This is a problem for him. Yes, he's gonna go. You know what? He's gonna want 6. He's in the middle there. He is just gonna walk right out. And double move and walk right out. At this point, Ao probably could whack him.
Yes, indeed. With an intent laid bare, because that's my melee basic.
Yeah.
Ooh, a crit.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Damn.
Calculate your critical.
Alright, it's plus 1d8. Alrighty, so that's 16. Plus 16. For 23 damage. Actually, wait, hold on. See if it applies to me too. And okay, 25 damage.
Alrighty. Well, he's bloodied now. And he might as well just walk on, continue walking, might as well.
Oh, shit.
But
Okay.
that was a double move. So, and don't really have anything he can do with a minor action at the moment. So, yeah. Someone got past you. Someone's in your face. Actually, 2 someones are in your face. But they're in the smoky cloud of smokiness. Somebody got
So
past
Yes, indeed.
You should have
Even
combat
though that
advantage
you-
to people in the smoke.
What is it?
That's... Alright, well, okay, that guy got past me, but there's this creepy thing here, and I decided I don't like this creepy
Oh
guy.
yeah, you started your turn in the aura. Have 3 necrotic damage. As it basically you see also the plants around you are wilting, just around while being close to them. This tree back here has lost almost every leaf on it just when he went by it.
Alright, so this guy is bad news.
Oh yeah.
Think it's time to blow my daily on him.
Okay.
Alrighty, implanted suggestion. I whirl my spear around, it glows with an awesome power, tells me to defeat him, and I stab him with it.
Doesn't quite work the same
Alright,
with the weapon.
29 versus his AC.
That will hit him.
Alright, so he'll take 19 damage,
That's a. Oh yeah, it's a get a crit.
only on 1 dice. Alright, and he is dazed, save ends, and he is also affected by suggestion, save ends. Those are 2 separate effects. Until it saves, when the target makes an attack, any ally adjacent to it can make a melee basic attack as a free action afterwards.
Okay.
So dogpile on this guy. Every time he attacks, you get to attack.
Okay.
Alrighty. It looks like
Alright.
Sephiroth took a nasty hit.
Yep.
Sephiroth, you want some healing?
Yes, please.
There you go. Heal the surge +1. And you get a +1 to hit until the end of my next turn.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Cedra's turn. Next.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Cedra.
All right, how? I kind of look over at everybody as they're fighting. I'm just trying to gauge how well everyone's doing. Are the minions going to be a issue for us, or should I focus on something else? Because I know that kind
I
of
definitely
swarmed us.
focus on that face shadow right now.
Well, the Phase Shadow has this nasty thing where if he attacks somebody, everybody next to him can hit him.
Yeah, and he's in a good position with the defender. So if the defender marks him or something like that, that phase shadow is going to beat him.
He has that necrotic stuff, so that's annoying for all of us.
That's true, but I was about to also leave it.
Cedra,
I think
you're in the aura. Take 3 necrotic damage.
Yeah, I think we're the only 4 in the aura. If I get out, I'm not worried about it, and I know Murdoch's got HP for days. But these mooks, like, they could definitely surround us and plink us. I don't know what these shield guys can do because they haven't done anything nasty yet, but I'm just trying to get a gauge.
Alright.
Sorry, I got distracted by a Skype message.
If you want to help me, that'd be great too.
I'm thinking I'm going to help you because you look like you got hit pretty hard. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use an action point, and for my first, I'm going to minor action to kind of kick up that fiery aura. So, like, the area just starts getting tindery hot like it usually does. And I'm going to use Light the Fire, and I'm going to use that on GB Saber. Had to move my guy first. So,
Reflex, I assume?
it is.
That would
Oh my
hit.
god.
And that's
Alright,
a
so
correct. on one of the dice.
Nice.
Almost
Okay. If anything starts their turn next to me, they'll take 5 damage. We'll see if that actually happens. I'm going to use my move action to shift 2 squares, but instead of shifting 2, I'm just going to shift 1.
Okay.
Sweet.
I won't have that Silver Moon guy. He'll have cover, correct? If I attack
Not a
him,
guy.
or I mean, guys like gender neutral token to represent a thing that I don't know what it is.
So what? What were you saying again?
Will that guy have cover if I attack it?
No.
Okie dokie, just double checking. I wasn't sure how that corner was going to work. In that case, I'm going to where is Blistering Flourish? Going to Blistering Flourish it. I have +2 because it's prone. And it's vulnerable because it's currently in my aura. And I don't know if that hits, but then my sword catches fire as I bring it down on her.
Yes, that hits.
Alrighty, and then I'm going to poke her with a flurry of blows and follow that up with another fiery attack and end my turn.
Alright, 11 damage from the main thing, and how much is the total?
The total is... Okay, 13 points of damage from flurry, plus 11 for 14, looks like 14.
24.
14, I'm sorry.
24.
24. Looks like I'm going to drop a whole 10 points.
That's a big difference.
I know, right? Oh man, I wanted to use that speed bonus so bad that I got, but then everybody surrounded me. It was so unfair.
True.
But that's my turn.
You did have still have the 10 hit points.
I did. Those came in handy when I got zapped with necrotic energy.
Okay, Cedar did thing.
Do you want to spend an action point?
I did spend an action point.
Do you want to spend an action point? Do you want to smack again?
I think he did. He smacked this
I
guy
do.
and then action point.
I think
smacked
that guy is still alive. Go hit him
Well,
now.
Why?
Yeah, I shouldn't have
Fall
focus
right
fired,
down.
but
Yeah, he didn't focus fire. He just attacked two different things.
yeah, I
You
needed
only have
to.
encounters and daily. You might as well use them.
What?
To murder all these people.
Wait, where is this song coming from?
Yeah.
It's do you want to build a snowman from Frozen?
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Dweon. I think
Let's
this
see.
might be the first time you've might ever have used Zool as a focus of one of your abilities. Because there's somebody in her face,
That is true. I could do that.
and he's looking threatening her with by shaking his shield at her.
Oh, that is just.
Oh, not in public. Oh no,
Oh, God, no.
Gross.
dude, keep it on your back, man.
So let's see. I'm gonna cast Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I think he probably has worse reflex than Fortitude. So I'm gonna cast Ethereal Chill on Zool.
Okay.
It's an area burst 1 centered on an ally within 5 squares. And then I attack. I'm gonna attack the shield guy. So let's see what happens. All right, I crit on him.
Right.
Nice.
Wow.
We got all those ones out of the way for advantage.
My orb does anything? I don't even know.
It
I never
does
get
some extra dice, yeah.
Yeah, I never do. I never get damage. So, where is it?
Well,
Shoot,
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the base damage you do?
Oh, the base damage I do on that Ethereal Chill is 1d8 plus 4, so that's 12 points cold damage.
You don't need to modify it anymore. He's dead.
All right. And then until the end of my next turn, any enemy that hits Zool takes cold damage. Takes 2 cold damage. So.
Nice.
So he's a minion magnet.
Yes. And I might as well take an advantage of a song that I heard and spend an action point. And I think what I'm going to do is I reach into my pouch and pull out a vial of Alchemist's Fire.
Oh boy.
Now, I got a question. Is this
It's a
gray area?
burst.
Yeah, it's an area burst. Is that gray? This area right here, is that still?
It's still obscured. You can't really see into it very well.
All right. But if I
You know,
still
people
hear
are-
it,
Odd area effects. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about
area
concealment.
effects. Area effects aren't affected by
Concealment.
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 So I'm going to throw my Alchemist Fire here. It's a burst 1. And
Alrighty.
so this is all versus reflex.
Alright.
So the Mook 1.
Mook on the top and then around the other ways.
Yeah.
Shadow,
So-
saber.
Let's see. All right. Number 1. That's an 8. That's not going to hit. Face Shadow guy. Wait, am I rolling these 20? Yes, I am. Okay.
Now did
All right. That's not a hit.
Each attack.
Saber.
The Saber.
Saber's
1 versus
probably-
reflex.
Yeah, 'cause it hit.
All right. And then the last Mook. 20 versus reflex. All right.
So one Mook went down.
And then,
Saber takes a whole 1 damage.
well, no, I did do that, right. Okay, 1 point of damage. So,
Woohoo!
Is that really it for the Alchemist
Yeah.
Fire?
yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage. That's the,
It's more an
it's the
area
level-
effect. Get a couple of Mooks and maybe hurt something else if need.
Yeah, I was trying to get both the Mooks, basically.
And hurt the other ones if you could.
Yeah, you know.
Alright, anything
At
else?
level 1, Alchemist Fire is kind of crap. But, okay, that's my turn.
Alchemy items in general are pretty crap.
Alright,
Yeah, I wish they would level up. I mean, I love the idea of them, but, you know.
Wish they'd be a little more effective, yeah.
Poisons are useful.
Alright,
Yeah.
shield here.
They really should scale with like intellect, considering that typically it's the intellect classes that make them.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know if 5e does anything with alchemy. Now I think
Not
about
really very
Not
well.
yet.
No.
it. Huh.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, who knows?
On the flip side, though, they keep, like, armor classes tend to stay low, so even if it doesn't progress, it doesn't matter as much.
Does CJ get to hit that guy?
He went from this square here to that one. So no, not quite.
Curses.
Foiled again.
So minor action. He's gonna kind of have his shield ready. And well, first, actually, he's going to do a shield strike on Murdoch. He's going to try and basically bash him with his shield.
All right.
And that will be versus AC. Never mind.
That ain't gonna do it.
Alright, then he's going to do his try and protect his ally that's in the. He's pretty sure it's still in the smoky stuff, but that's about it. Alright, Zuul.
Okay. How much can I see inside of the smoke? Or inside of the fog?
Well,
You can probably see like just vague silhouettes, but nothing distinct.
yeah, pretty
And,
much.
and to
Probably
be
like
fair,
heavily obscured, correct?
Yeah, you
You-
see like faint silhouettes here and there.
But once
So you
again,
can
if you're
still
going to use
target things.
if you use dishearten, then area burst. So
Yeah. And
and
anyway,
to be
you-
fair,
concealment.
concealment doesn't really affect when you're trying to
Fill an
shoot
area.
lightning bullets into their brain.
right here.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really affect you trying to drop a knowledge bomb.
But Zool, to be fair, you did know they were there because they haven't moved since the smoke was put down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to drop a dishearten level 2 right there, so it should hit 4 people.
Alrighty. Top one, Mook first.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No more Mook.
Okay. Oh, and can I put distract on the fell or the shadow person? Face shadow?
Face Shadow, I think he needs to be able to see something, or you need to see him, or something for that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Can't
Well,
you
this
still
makes-
see him?
Yeah,
He's
it
not
wasn't
hidden, is he?
He's concealed.
He's obscured.
He's very
But that's not
concealed.
hidden. He would have to be, like make a stealth check.
Well, it's
He-
more
he
can't
can't see you, you can't see her.
and you can't see him.
We can both see each other.
That is a good
He's not
point.
hidden.
So I'll go without the distract. So
Yeah, it'll be hard to figure out if he actually helped or not. Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
That'd
see.
be like one of those
So
random chance things.
who do you want me to roll on next?
Face Shadow. Then we'll get Then we'll get the.
Thing.
Oh yeah, he's been affected. As we said, the first one. Next up, the
And then-
shield. That will blood
Okay.
him. Third one, shield will be missed completely. Thank you.
And then the saber.
And that's
Boom.
a crit on the saber. Doesn't really matter because she had like 4 hit points, but yeah. if you
No,
want to,
my waifu.
But if
Good
you want
night.
to roll the crit damage, go ahead. From
Yeah,
the
let's
stick.
see. So 3 for the crit
3
damage.
more, so 16 total. Right now,
It'd be 12, 17, 20.
yeah, 20 total.
20 damage.
Sorry.
So she goes really emo before she just like passes out from sadness.
Yeah. Alrighty, the last Mook. Who does not know. The last Mook. Yeah, he's gonna walk through the mist. Come out here, Aya.
Sit.
He's gonna say no. Continue walking. And he is going to stab Zool, or try to. AC.
I'm going to I'm gonna use Intellect Fortress.
Okay.
So it's gonna up my armor class to 19.
Okay, that's a miss. Murdoch.
That's a useful skill.
All right. I will. Man. So is this? I missed this purple cloud. Was from us or from one
It's
of
from
them?
him. It's from the Fey Shadow. It's his aura.
And
He's
it's
giving
just
off necrotic
3 necrotic
like,
damage to
energy.
any enemy that starts his turn in the aura.
so I take 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with disrupting advance against shields 2.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked that twice. Ooh, not very good the first time or the second time. Okay.
Necrotic here. Neither of them actually would hit.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Well, I'm very disappointed.
He is dazed, so.
Oh, you mean this
Well,
guy,
Oh, the
shield.
shield guy.
guy's
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
Fey Shadow.
Right. So, I swing, I miss, and I go, ugh. And so then I like raise my hammer above my head and I strike the ground with an action point, using an action point with Roots of Stone. So it's close burst 1.
Got it.
I don't know. Well, it's each against each. So that's first the top guy.
Yeah, that will miss him. Second one.
Oh my gosh. Murdoch is drunk.
Murdoch is not having a fun time.
Murdoch is light even for is a lightweight even for especially for a dwarf.
Jeez. I mean, like, the zone actually happens. Like, because it's an effect.
Yeah.
Anytime, and all it is they get knocked prone if they would leave the zone, which is just
Okay.
close burst 1 around me. So, I made the ground a much more devastated place where they all stood.
Okay.
So, like, they're kind of like I miss all of them, but they're, they better stay where they
jumped
are
over
otherwise.
They jumped over the shockwave.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
What a way!
One.
Oh, and I mark both of them clearly
Got
because
it.
that's all I'm good for.
Alright, the Fey Shadow. Okay. He is going to make an attack. Which means
We attack after he attacks.
you attack after he attacks. He is going to try and attack actually Murdoch since Murdoch has him marked. With an ability called Heart Piercer.
Oh, okay,
This is versus your fortune. Damn it.
that will not hit.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
slap with a melee basic.
Everybody.
Oh,
That
me.
includes Tidra and Murdoch both get the. Oh no, just Murdoch. Sorry,
Yeah, just Murdoch.
Murdoch gets to attack him.
Hey, that one I hit good. Right?
11 damage.
Yeah, I get to do good on a melee basic.
Yay! He's been
As
hurt
opposed to
bad.
assailants and encounters.
Alright, and since he's dazed, that's probably all he can do.
Yeah, we're getting a little robot-y. Alright.
I said, and since he's dazed, that's probably all he can do
So
for now.
he's gonna make his save against the Daisy thing.
Would an 18 versus AC have hit him? Or did you count that in? Because if he's
18
dazed, isn't he
versus
giving
18
combat?
An 18 would have. Alright. Well, you're attacking the other one. Right?
No, that's right, he's granting combat advantage when an 18 hit his AC.
Yeah, AS, I mean.
Yeah.
So he would.
Oh yeah, he would have.
Alright, so he would take 12 more damage then.
More damage. Sorry. Actually,
No,
he
it's
would be
fine.
dead
I just
then.
I remembered someone saying he was dazed, and then you guys started talking about it, and I
He'd
was like,
actually
wait.
be dead then.
All right.
He will
So
never-
Aya pokes him with the spear just enough, and then I hammer him down.
Yeah, that's gross.
Alrighty.
Hammer the spear.
Bruise.
Oh.
Yay, I don't have to take that 3 damage.
Bruise. Are you there, Alex? Alex?
Looks like he's attacking the fist.
Sorry, I guess you shouldn't hear me. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. I shift. Do I get combat advantage since she's on the ground?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, that missed.
Also,
So I'm just gonna.
can you shift into difficult terrain though?
I don't know. Maybe not.
No, you're not an elf.
Fair enough. Okay. Well,
Alright.
I'll just stay there. All right. Okay. I missed. Burn my action point because why not? And try again. That's a 21.
That should do
will
better.
hit. 12 more
Okay, and that
damage.
will. That's 14 damage, and then 9 damage, and then offhand attack. That missed, sadly.
Give me a second here. Actually, the power strike killed her.
You go into
Sweet.
Cuisinart mode, but it's too. She's already dead. Calm down.
Step, step, step,
That's my
step,
turn.
step.
It's all right. That old
Next,
man's gonna get his watch back. It'll be okay. These bandits won't.
Shield 1 is dead. Yeah. We've
Oh,
got
right.
the Mook that
I
will
thought that
not
was Shield
die,
1. Nice.
and Shield 2 left.
Okay, how's everybody on health?
Oh, we're pretty good, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
good.
Now remember,
You too.
we should probably take one of these guys as a prisoner, right?
This Mook looks like the smart one. We should take him.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
He looks like someone shaved like a Ewok.
Murder the mook.
Like someone gave it a human face just by like giving it trimming.
Well,
All right,
yeah,
so
do your thing.
A is gonna smack the shield guy with an energizing strike because why the heck not?
Got it.
And I'm flanking, so I get a +2. Well, not that I need it.
So 12 damage.
Yep, and I will
Alrighty.
give. And one ally gets 6 temporary hit points, so I will give those to Murdoch.
Okay. And anything else?
And now shift 1 square this way.
Alrighty. And it's now Cedar's turn.
Alrighty, well this will be easy just because this guy is all by himself. We want him alive, Shield 2, or who do we want alive and left?
We'll try to keep
Or,
Shield 2 alive. He sounds like he might know a thing or two.
Alrighty, then I'm going to do my best to non-lethally burn him with a sword. And and to that and to that end, I will blistering flourish.
I was going to make a reference, but I'm thinking spoilers.
Alrighty.
Oh, that should hit.
Give me a moment.
Alright, and that's
Do that.
fire damage, even though it doesn't say such. Because I had followed it up from last turn's blistering flourish. And then I'm going to, if that doesn't kill him, I'm going to try my best to knock him out with a flurry of blows. Just let me know when.
It probably won't kill him.
Alright, well then I'll be safe and punch that in. And the air starts to get a little bit cooler as my aura dies down after this turn.
Alright, so 18 plus 31 damage total.
It's 15
Ouch.
plus 13. The 15 has already got my vulnerability and the +3 added in.
But it doesn't say 3 extra fire damage on hit.
Oh,
It's been
the
added.
damage
If
must
you like
be
hover
right.
over the number, there's a 3 right before the 2 in
Uh,
parentheses.
Alright.
28 damage.
Or not parentheses,
So
but
how much damage was
19.
done total to this guy?
28. And I was, like I said, trying my best to non-lethally burn him with the sword.
Okay.
I don't know if that bloodies him or not. It probably bloodies him, but kills him, I mean.
It bloodies and knocks him out.
Oh, okay.
Just put the X in him, just remember you knocked one of these guys out.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
guess I sneak up on him and heat up the metal in his suit.
You give him a hot...
Yeah, he's just hopping around, like, not happy right now.
I think that guy dead. Dweon. The Mook that won't die.
Mook that won't die.
The minion that wouldn't.
He hasn't met
The
us
minion
four
that
yet.
wouldn't die. The newest horror movie of the season.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast Thunder Wave on Zool.
Thundering Armor.
Thundering Armor, that's it, not Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Yep. So this is nope, no good. Let's see. Does it do anything on a miss? Effect: the primary target gains a +1 bonus to AC, and then I make my attack. So Zool, you have a +1 to your armor.
And
Nice.
Zool.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Staff.
I'm going to do minor action for distract, and then I'm going to try and do mind lock on him.
Yeah. That will hit.
And then give him the scanner's treatment.
His eyes go blue screen. He blinks and then he's blue screened. Alrighty.
I think she was more implying his head explodes like a watermelon.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Aya kind of flinches at that. She's like, isn't that a little excessive?
So. What's going on here? They're out of combat. But what else? But what could be around? What are you looking for? Looking at?
Well, hopefully
Well,
I was able to successfully leave the guy unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Somebody puts him out before he, expires.
Dwayne runs over to the fire and grabs that stick of meat. He's been watching that thing the whole battle.
It's all covered in coal.
It doesn't matter. He brushes it off, blows it off.
Yeah.
He burns his tongue a little bit. It's delicious.
Yeah, the outside is crispy, is crispy black. The inside is completely raw.
Perfect.
So it's probably perfect for him.
I commence to try to loot everything.
What are other people doing?
I commence to try to loot everything.
Alright, so Sephiroth.
So
Oh, come on.
Aya starts issuing orders. She's like, all right, Cedra, Sephiroth, make sure, look for anything useful in the camp. Dweon, it's take a look through that tent to find the goods that were stolen from the cart.
Yeah, so, you're going...
It's Murdoch, help me out. Help me in tying up this witness. He'll be important to find out where these bandits came from.
So, Sephiroth, what are you doing?
I'm just going to start. I'll search this tent over here first.
Okay, that tent. Okay, give me a moment. I need to set up. And there, you're searching that tent.
Yes.
And you will find, without even trying to look, someone in there.
Oh God. Oh no.
Chained. Yeah. Give me some.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
It's GB Saber 3 putting on her armor.
That was even worse than my last one. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well.
I see nothing.
You see nothing. For some reason, she has a cloth in her mouth. That's about all you see.
I pulled the cloth out.
It's that's a strange looking piece of food.
Alright, Dweon. Searching the northern tent.
Correct.
Alrighty. You find... Well, give me a perception check.
Alright.
And you go in and search it.
Let's see, where's my dice roller? Let's see. Perception. Do we still get the bonus for perception?
Yeah, I'm not sure you're close enough to Cedric. Actually, you are close enough to Cedric to get it.
Alright, then I get a 14 total.
Alrighty.
I'm poking around with that stick as I'm chewing on the meat.
Alright, you find these two. And you definitely notice they're both wearing chains and shackles.
Okay, so this one green one is that a goblin or?
Yes. They're both obviously female.
And Tweon's like, jackpot.
Yes. He just awkwardly looks down at them. He's
Yeah, they are also both have cloth in their mouth and stuff.
Duyan does not know enough to pull the cloth out. He just stares down there.
Yeah. So, as the rest of the party seems to be doing the whole tying up the prisoner thing, what is Sifru's doing involving the the prisoner of the people you just killed? Or at least that's what it appears to be to you.
I take the cloth out.
Alrighty. She does not
And
appear.
look for a key.
What?
And look for a key to untie her.
Yeah. Yeah, there are shackles and stuff, and she does not appear to be awake right now, either. The one you found.
Can I roll a heal check to try to wake her up?
No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to make sure it's in the right layer. Must have put in the wrong one. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, she appears to be a tiefling with blonde hair stuff. And yeah, she's not wearing much other than chains and shackles.
Well,
Giggity.
that's weird.
Giggity.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to wake her up with a heal check. We'll see.
Okay.
But around this time, the prisoners
Not
finished.
very good.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like,
You'd think that
punch her?
taking a whip would wake her up.
No, Seth first
God.
Seth believed Aya when she said that your organs are in your feet.
Yeah.
He's like, Aya said the organs are down here, so foot massage.
Yes, exactly.
Alright.
Because I believed Aya for some.
While this is happening, what's Dweon doing?
Speaking of Dweon, around this time, we're done tying the prisoner, and Aya's just like, I probably shouldn't leave Dweon by himself for too terribly long. And she starts making her way to this tent.
Alright, Dweon's standing in the doorway just looking down at these two characters down below.
Two women.
He kind of pokes them with a stick a little bit. Are they awake?
Give me a check. Let's see how awake they are. Just give me a flat d20.
Alright.
See if you can see which one.
Oops, wrong one.
Give it to me twice.
Okay.
For both of them.
There's my first one. There's my second one. A 10 and a 12.
Alrighty. The female goblin appears to be stirring. As you poke her with the end of the meat on the end of your stick.
Giggity.
All right.
I just realized what I just said.
I turn my head and I see Aya coming, and I'm like, hey, yeah, there's some chicks in here.
Aya kind of looks at you questioning, chicks?
Yeah,
And so Aya comes to the threshold and she's like, Dweon, there's two women in here.
Oh, well, there's like
These
chicks.
aren't chickens.
This is not any form of poultry.
Basically, it's like, where do you see any poultry? And wouldn't these two women be the more pressing issue at hand?
So, what is Aya doing?
Alright, so Aya is going to look at their shackles and see, are they, tied to a pole or something, or are they free to move, just shackled up?
No, it appears that they are... What's the word? The shackles would prevent them from moving very fast in any direction, really. They're not actually...
I mean, are the shackles attached
The
to
way
anything?
they're set up, they can't walk or anything or stand up very well. They can't really walk. They can't really stand up. It's not. It doesn't give the way they're set up doesn't give them a lot of room to maneuver at all.
She
Like
ushers
there's
Leon.
multiple. Like
She
they aren't
ushers
just
Leon
free-
in, and
yeah,
she's just like, hey, Dweon, take care of these shackles. And
Drion's like, yeah, out of my way, tall stuff, and he like crouches down and he's like tries to mess with it. Now I don't have a lock picking, but I am trained in thievery, I think.
Which one?
Why are you trained in
first?
thievery?
Which one are you going for first?
The Goblin, of course.
Of course.
Of course. He's found true love.
Yeah. No, he's more into the dwarves, remember?
Yeah, well, it's because he has not realized, the wonders of green.
All right, I rolled a 23. I actually rolled pretty good on that.
Alrighty.
With thievery check.
Alrighty. You look them over, poke it with your stick once, then pull out like some tools usually used for breaking up like pastes and kind of
like alchemy, maybe some old alchemy tools or something.
Yeah, they're used for breaking up like clays and pastes and stuff into smaller bits or to crumble things usually. But they're about the right size for these things to get into, you could probably do this. You manage to pop one of them.
Awesome.
Yep, you did pretty well. 20 C for locks.
You managed to pop one of the locks. Are you going for arms or legs?
Legs.
Okay.
I don't want to carry these people.
He's a legs man.
Well, do you say anything?
Well, Aya's gonna... Well, are they awake, first off?
The goblin appears to be awake now. The other who appears to be a human does not.
Alright, so while Dweon's working away, Aya is kind of like, don't worry, it's like, we're here to help. We took care of your captors.
The female goblin just looks at you with fear. Looks at the goblin. The other goblin. Then looks back at you.
Dweon.
Still with an expression of fear.
All right, Dweon says in Goblin, I'm assuming that she probably speaks Goblin. He's like, hey, don't worry, we got your captors. I totally just kicked all their asses, and you're safe now.
You did not miss all but one of them.
That's right. I
hit all of them, but that one stupid idiot who wouldn't get in range and ran off too fast for me to get to.
So I tell her in Goblin that I killed everybody in the whole camp, and that she's safe.
Even though it's patently obvious it's not the truth, because Aya's covered in gore.
And we are completely, fine.
Oh, yes. I don't have a spot of blood on me, because,
So...
You hid behind Zol.
Do I need to make a bluff check?
No, but what you need to do is make me a perception check.
A perception check. Okay. 25 plus the 2 if I get it.
Alrighty. So... Okay, you notice something, very wrong.
Very wrong?
Very wrong. As she opens her mouth.
Uh-oh.
And there's nothing, and well, you can see with that perception check
Crap.
that there's not a tongue or teeth in there,
Oh.
for that matter. Well, there's like the stub of what once was a tongue, but scarred over.
Oh, so it's been a while?
Well, no. It looks like somebody cut out her tongue a while
Yeah.
ago.
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah, and it's healed over mostly. She does seem to have understood most of what you said, at least.
Okay. Dweon says, "Oh, I'm sorry about your tongue. Do you want me to check that out?"
Her eyes dart around. She has noticed that there's other people out, around. She seems to be able to hear as well. There are other people milling around.
Aya looks at Dweon's like, just stick to picking the locks. I'll take care of this.
I point out to Ia, I'm like, look, she's, somebody cut out her tongue. I'm wondering if probably, like, the other chicks probably have them, maybe, I don't know. We're dealing with some really messed up shit here.
Yeah, knowing how brave some thieves can be, it wouldn't be surprising. So Aya's gonna use an Ardent Surge on the Goblin just to accelerate her healing, so to speak.
Yeah. It won't actually heal things like that, but she'll, feel better.
Yeah, her tongue won't come back, but the healing will be faster.
Okay. Do you want me to make any checks checks on picking the locks, or we're just gonna?
Yeah, basically you'll manage eventually.
Yeah, can I take a 20?
She's a lot more willing to let you. She just kind of holds out them where you can actually reach them easier.
Now the other person in the tent, is that what kind? Is it a goblin also, or
no,
what?
That's a human.
It's a
also
human.
Female. So,
Does it look like she's been abused also?
Well, she's currently unconscious, so possibly. Okay. That's fine, Ryan. We're just finishing up the last few things here.
Okay. I just didn't want to interrupt because everybody was...
Yeah. We'll once we finished up the whole finding out stuff in the camp, we'll continue on next time.
Okay.
With what
cool.
happens after.
Cool.
Yeah. Just
well,
one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Is Murdoch doing anything before you go? Just kind of wandering about, looking at stuff.
Yeah, I'd probably say. I mean, he's interested enough in, but this was not at all what he expected, so he's kind of overwhelmed, I would say.
Okay, he's kind of out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not what he expected.
No, he just thought he'd be just beating up some bandits and heading back for, So Murdoch is a little bit, I guess, wet behind the ears.
Yeah.
So, he's just. I mean, like, if they would for some reason attack, I suppose Murdoch would. If they started going crazy, Murdoch would do something. But other than that, he usually leaves that stuff to people a little bit more wise and.
Okay.
Yep. So.
Alrighty.
All right, guys.
Alrighty. Looks like Jessica's having problems as well. Alrighty.
I will see you guys next week.
Alright. See you next week, hopefully.
Yep.
See you later.
Alright, take it easy, mate.
Hey, Andrew, does Cedra find the key on that in the woman's pockets?
Nope.
Oh, great. Okay.
She didn't really have anything in her pockets other than a few gold coins and what appeared to be a plain old, ordinary, completely mundane. There's probably a key.
In
for
that
it,
case,
so
I'm going to check her stomach contents and her DNA.
this is not
Do
the
forensics.
CSI.
While he's searching for that, I'm going to I'm wearing and put it around the to figure out a way to get her.
Like you're going fuzzy. Alex, you're fuzzy. Alex?
Sorry, is it better?
Yes, better now.
Okay. I'm gonna take my cloak off and put it around the woman, and then try to figure out a way to get the shackles off without a key, just in case Cedar doesn't have one.
Yeah.
If I don't find a key, I guess you're fidgeting with the shackles or something like that with Envision.
Yeah, I'll either try
I
to
kind
use
of-
thievery or something.
Yeah, go ahead and try something if you don't see your emotions over.
I wish I could use dungeoneering, but I don't think that's possible.
No.
Just
Thievery.
Alright, perception.
Yep. Oh,
Well,
perception, please.
Oh, I
God,
thought you were looking for
God. Why do my rolls suck tonight? I mean,
Well-
my skill rolls rather.
Well,
If I see you struggling with the lock, I'm gonna kind of like motion to get your attention. I'm gonna say, let me see that lock. You just gotta kind of shove a knife in like this. I've seen it done a million times.
I move to the side and just like kind of keep her covered with my cloak.
protected. Got it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to thievery, or I'm going to attempt to pick this lock open.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And I'm going to do so by rolling a 2.
You're gonna do so by. You know what? These chains and shackles are too hard. Let's just cut off her feet.
No.
I look at Cedar and say, could you melt the shackles? Or is that a thing you can do?
I can't melt only the shackles.
Okay, then let's not
Yeah.
bother with that. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's not got the precision with his fire powers to actually put it where it needs to be without damaging other things.
okay. Well, I'm just gonna stay how I am and like say, maybe the stupid Fey Elf has the key. Who knows? Do you mind taking a look around here just in case the key's actually in this room? I didn't. I just kind of got distracted by the woman who was passed out on the ground when I walked in.
So, let's see. Let's head back to Aya and Dweon at the moment. Zul, I guess, is just looking through this other stuff. Since her player is kind of.
It's probably safe to assume that Zool is just rifling through the dead bandits looking for stuff.
Alrighty, Aya and Dweon, the other girl. How are you trying to wake her up or help her?
We'll wake her up when the goblin is free to go.
Yeah.
So work faster, Dweon.
All right, I'm going. So I successfully unlock
So
her.
while that's going on, Aya is going to try to at least give the goblin some comfort. I'm gonna roll diplomacy here just to see how well she does. Fair.
The language barrier impedes it slightly, but not. She's getting the idea that blood is not going to that her blood is not going to be added to the blood on you.
No, Aya kind of like gently puts her hand on her shoulder and says, "We'll get you out of here." It's like these people won't harm you ever again.
She does not seem to understand the words, but the motions kind of seem to be understood more than the words.
And that's good enough.
Yep. And so, as she's comforted by Aya, and I release her from her shackles.
Not to mention, Aya's got the glowing, halo thing going on, and as it encompasses her, Aya's serenity starts affecting her.
As long as she's not chaotic evil, that'd be fine. Dweon stretches out a hand, and he's like, and in Goblin, he's like, "Hey, let's get you out of here. There's a fire outside you can warm up by. Here, come with me."
Well, the goblin, the female goblin, the girl goblin, is like just kind of she's kind of clingy, kind of. She seems to be clinging on to Dweon, quite tightly.
Oh. So Dweon kind of, as she's clinging onto my leg or whatever, he's kind of.
Well, more like she's trying to hold anything she can of you.
Dweon is very uncomfortable. He's sweating profusely. And he is like, okay, come on with me. And they slowly waddle out of the tent towards the fire pit and sit down next to the fire.
Yeah, did you actually free the other girl?
No.
No.
I left Aya with her.
Yeah. Eventually, Murdoch or Zul says, "I think these are keys. See if they work in something." Oh, girls.
Aya peeks her the tent and she's like, "Wait, keys? Who said keys?"
Yeah.
Once the tiefling is unlocked, I'll carry her out of there and take her over by the fire and ask Dweon if he can heal her.
Yeah. Over this goblin that's now for some reason draped over me. I like.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. You found. Where did you last hear?
Probably about. God, who was it that had to leave? The person
Ryan.
put their waist on the bed.
Yeah, just before that.
Right about that time.
Okay. So basically, you and Murdoch, I've just been saying, we're rifling through the corpses and stuff for stuff, and eventually found some keys. One of you. Guess it'll be
nice.
Aya notices that Dweon's busy with the gun, so she motions at the Zul. It's like, "Hey, Zul, you said you found some keys?"
Yeah, the goblin girl is trying to occupy as much of the same space as Dweon.
Dweon reaches out. He reaches in his bag. He pulls out some powder or something. He hands it over to who is carrying the other
Zephyrus.
He's like, I hear this should help, and I spend a healing infusion upon her, try to heal her up a little bit.
The other one, okay.
Hope.
Well, you don't know names, because, well,
the one that says.
Yeah, I know.
The tiefling, yeah.
Tiefling girl. Alrighty.
The tiefling with my frostwolf pelt over it.
Yeah.
Over her.
Yeah. So, there's a female goblin that's not making a sound other than, whatever sound you make when you're trying to hold on to something.
Jerry Lewis impersonations.
Yeah. But much more mute and much more better.
Dweon actually has a brilliant idea. He reaches into one of his satchels and he pulls out a little notepad that he keeps in there that he writes alchemist formulas on and everything like that. And he writes on this notepad. He writes something like, "Hi, do you?" In Goblin, I suppose he writes this. "Hi, can you read this?" Question mark. And he hands it over to the Goblin.
She kind of looks at it close, gets really close to it, and nods.
Oh, okay.
She need to get really close to see it.
No. Maybe that's why she's draped over me, because she can't look at me. So Dwayne writes on there, he's like, "Hi, what's your name?" Period. And he hands her the pad and pencil.
Alrighty. She writes she looks at it, gets really close to get the pen and the book really close up, and writes in Goblin, in very bad it's very bad handwriting. This word, which is a name.
All right, so Dwayne takes that, and how do you pronounce that, Andrew?
Seika.
Seika. Dwayne's like, he tells everybody in common, he's like, all right, this goblin's name is Seika. She is mute, and I don't know if she speaks a lot of common, and I do believe she has very poor eyesight.
All of a sudden, we're at Alcoholics Anonymous. Hello, my name is Saka. I have been sober for 5 days.
Wow, that's a record for you.
My name is Murdoch, and I have not been sober in 5 days.
My name's Murdoch, and I pre-gamed for the appointment.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I've never had a drink of alcohol in my life. I don't know why I'm here.
My friend distracted me.
Wait, there was that one time I had that really bad orange juice. That might have had alcohol in it. But
no, the
I don't even know when that was.
Because the reason you're here is because you had your first drink of alcohol. You woke up and you're like, what? Where am I?
Yeah. So, the other girls seem to also be in similar states to this Miss Seika.
Aya's gonna get the key, one of the keys from Azul, and is gonna deal with the human captive.
Alrighty. So, yes, you see the Aya gets the shackles off, and Sephruz or Cedra, whoever wants to do it, can figure out where the other keys are, what the keys unlock for the other one.
Yeah, okay, I'll take those ones from Murdoch, because I'm assuming he has those, and I'll take her over to the fire by Duion and such, so he can give me the powder and all that jazz.
Okay. Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I admire a job well done as everybody leaves the room that I had no help in, and I step one out myself.
What?
I admire a job well done in a room I had no part in helping out anybody in, and I simply leave.
So Aya's
I just look very proud of other people's accomplishments.
Girl. Yep. Alrighty. So she's still not really conscious.
I guess Aya's just gonna gently shake her shoulder just to try to stir her awake.
She does not seem to wake up. You can tell she's still breathing. She's breathing and stuff, but she doesn't seem to be capable of. She seems to be out cold pretty much. She's still alive.
Well, that's disappointing. So Aya's gonna come out and motion for Murdoch, and she's gonna be like, over here.
Help me.
Yep, and while Murdoch's making his way there, she's gonna undo the shackles and then have Murdoch carry her.
Okay.
Because
So,
Aya's got a normal strength, but she probably shouldn't be lugging around an entire human.
yeah, especially one that looks like she's been in rough shape, too.
Yeah, better have someone who's actually strong and actually would,
Okay.
be able to handle with care.
Yeah, I'm assuming he takes her over here, and you'll be around, too. Alrighty. So... While looking around, you do find what appears to be the cart in the woods a little bit a ways away. And give me perception checks just to see who notices what kind of cart it is first.
Finally, I get something decent.
Nope, not me.
I rolled 25.
left.
Well, 25 with the
26, I guess.
With who?
Siege's bonus.
Everyone's got a bonus because I'm an elf.
Yeah. So technically, that makes Sephruz the highest, since Sidra doesn't get his own bonus. So basically, you see that it has that it is basically a big box that has like a large kind of tarp over most of it, but you can see the sides of the cart are iron bars under that tarp.
I describe it to Aya and ask him, is this the kind of cart the captain was talking about? Or the sergeant, rather?
Well, Aya is still tending to the wounded. She perks
Well,
up
the
like,
sergeant didn't say anything about what kind of cart. Like,
Oh.
he seemed to be,
Okay.
from your perspective, it seemed like he had been, because he was a official here, he was basically asked to do something for this visiting dignitary, or this person,
Okay.
this discount ambassador or whatever from another area.
So he may not have known what it actually looked like?
Or yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, is there anything left in the cart?
The cart. Well, there's a couple of what appear to be oxen. They will probably work for pulling the cart. There's also what appears to be a seat above, like in the front.
For driving.
And there's also a strong box on the seat, built into the cart.
Is the box... I'm going to test to see if the box is actually locked.
It is.
Okay. I'll call for Duion to try to come unlock it, or Sidra, depending on which one has a higher thievery.
Well, the key, you recall getting a bunch of keys.
True. Okay, I'll test out the
And
keys
at
first.
least one of those keys has not been used on anything.
I'll try that key then.
Alright, you try one of those keys, and strong box pops open partly. You realize there's another lock.
Of course it is. I'm gonna roll a Dungeonarian just in case this thing is trapped somehow, which I highly doubt, but you never know.
Perception.
It
couldn't be trapped at all, unless it's got an atomic bomb inside.
Well,
Whatever that
then
is.
full steam ahead. I try to fit the key in the second lock, but if it doesn't work, I'll try another key.
Yeah, you try. It takes a little while finding the right key. Find the right key after a while. And click. It pops a little bit further open and looks like it's loose now. At least the lid is loose enough that you could probably get it open if you wanted.
Okay. I open it.
Alright. Inside is a large bound book and several like scrolls.
Alright. Well, I put those in my pouch, I suppose, and then take them back to Zool or Dweon, since they would know more about this than I would, since I am poor at anything magical.
Well, they didn't look like magic. Any kind. Picking up the one of the scrolls. When you pick up one of the scrolls, it starts to unravel, and it looks like some kind of a. Well, give me a perception check.
Oh, yay. I've been wonderful at these all day. Of course. I've just been rolling
like a bunch
fours.
of like legalese. You don't understand a word of it.
That makes sense. Actually,
It does
a lot
kind
of
of look.
sense.
It looks like something official, but what it's officially for is completely unknown to you.
Okay, I look at.
It's officially
open up
nonsense.
the book.
Yeah.
I open up the book and look inside the book.
The book is actually it's got a belt buckled around it. One of those big, thick, books. There's a belt to kind of keep it closed, even when it's being jostled around. But it doesn't have a lock on it.
Okay. Well,
It's just
I open
a
up.
belt with a buckle to keep it closed because it's big and thick and been used heavily for stuff.
Okay. Well, I open it up and look at what's inside.
It looks like a lot of numbers, mostly.
Oh, look, accounts. Okay, yeah, I take these to Aya and say, "You make sense of this," and then walk back over the
Numbers
tiefling.
and with like lists of numbers and what appears to be like costs and prices and all sorts of not complete. It's all sorts of math.
This is not my strong suit. So.
Aya just takes a look at it and she's like, no, just no.
Okay, then give it to someone who would be able to make sense of this, because I don't
Why
know.
does Aya say no?
Because I give it to her.
Because it's all numbers, or because she understands something about it?
No, her int is 11, her wisdom is 8, so this kind of thing is far beyond her ken.
Yes, 2 plus
She takes
2
one
equals
look at it and
waffles.
realizes, and her brain just instantly recoils, like, no.
Nope.
Yeah, she's just like, nope, I died. And she just waves around, like, nope, I'm not reading any more of this.
Yeah. What's Dweon doing at this point?
Dweon, now, are all these things being brought to the fire where everybody's kind of gathered now?
Yeah, pretty much. They're being brought over in that area, at least.
All right. So he kind of reaches a hand out as far as he can with this goblin draped over him. He's like, "Oh, here, let me see something. Let me see some of that." And so you guys can hand him anything you want out of those.
And he's just like, here, take it. Too many numbers.
I give you all the scrolls as well. It's like you can read the terms and conditions.
Yeah, Cedra almost U-turns, going to grab that scroll the minute he hears there's numbers on it.
Yeah.
It's the book that has the numbers on it. The scrolls seem to just be complete, complete
well, yeah.
Of, words and legalese type words and I think that's a word. I don't know what it means. And that word is not being used in any way I've ever thought it would mean.
So is this just a straight up intelligence check, Andrew, or is there anything magical about this?
It doesn't appear to be magical. It appears to be some kind of like a
ledger of some sort?
Well, the book seems to be like a like records of like some kind of like of money and accounts and stuff.
Yeah, Aya just kind of sits back down next to the human captive, and she's like, back at the church. Like, arithmetic was never my strong suit.
So what kind of skill check do you want me to make on this?
Make me a perception check. It won't be hard for you because you might have had something similar to this.
Yeah, I could either do the history. I could do history. That's an intelligence.
Yeah, okay, history would be fine.
All right.
You're kind of looking into things and kind of legalese would be.
Oh God. That. So obviously I'm distracted by this goblin on top of me.
She is distracting you quite.
Yeah, so I
effectively.
Roll the 12 total.
Yeah.
I see that Dweon is too distracted, and I look at Zool and say, "Can you make sense of this kind of stuff either?"
I could give it a shot.
Yeah, Dweon seems to be preoccupied.
It's not even so much that; it's just I got an elbow in my eyeball.
Yeah.
See, what did you want us to add to the check?
History would be fine.
Thank God. Someone rolled something good.
10, so 25.
25.
Finally.
Alright.
Someone rolled above like a 5.
Looking over, which are you looking over first, the book or the scrolls?
I'm going to look over the book first.
The book. You see, it appears to be lists of like the numbers like of of items and prices and locations and stuff. It appears to be basically like a list of it's like accounts of bought 3 of this here, bought 4 of that there, but it's fairly vague about what the items are. It just says bought 3 items here, 4 there, transported to here, picked up, etc.
I wonder if they're talking about people.
It's a good point.
Zool, people aren't items.
Apparently these girls were supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe that's what they're, like, being vague about. Maybe this is kind of like a slave trade thing going on.
Oh no, this is definitely a slave trading thing. I mean, they cut out this poor goblin's tongue, not to mention these other 2 might have had the same procedure done. We just don't know because they're still completely unconscious.
Well, if this is a slave trading thing, then how do they... I mean, it couldn't be a slave trading thing. They would have told... I mean, how would we have not found this out if this was the case? Why would they send us to go rescue a crate stolen by bandits?
Maybe they assumed the bandits would kill us or capture us.
But this is a paying job. Doesn't the law have this... damn, I just want to punch all of them.
We don't know if the law had anything to do with it. All we know is that he was contracted by someone to go find a pocket watch, which is very suspicious to begin with, on a random caravan that got attacked by bandits. And what we found was these poor girls who were chained up, and one of them at least with their tongue cut out.
Dweon points over at the guy on the ground and he's like, well, that guy over there might know some information.
Good point. Who wants to torture him first? Put him between me and Murdoch. Put him between me and Murdoch. I've got a few daggers that I could stab him with.
Alrighty, that was, I believe, number 1? Or number
Shield number 2.
Alright.
Drag him over here.
I dragged him over. Well, I dragged him over there. I assume you want him as far away from the girls as possible.
Fair
At
enough.
least letting him know, having him able to see what he's that.
Yeah, take him into a tent or something, and
I look at Aya and say, use the Wrath of Bahamut to scare the information out of him.
Aya looks up and she's like, well, I probably should stay by the captives. I mean, they might need medical attention or...
Fair enough. Who else is intimidating?
Leon isn't quite capable of doing that at the moment with
Dweon's idea of medical attention is shoving a suppository up their rectum.
I look at
Yeah,
Zool
that might
and
not be a good idea.
I look at Zool and raise an eyebrow.
I could try it. I mean, I'm not particularly good at playing, bad cop.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
I mean, I have a charisma of 10, so I don't think I could do anything if I tried.
Yeah.
What
I'm
about
a charisma
intimidate? Who's got an
18, but I'm
intimidate?
not trained in intimidate.
That's the thing.
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
intimidates
true.
all charisma.
Yeah, if you wanna, easy for me to say. If you wanna intimidate that guy into telling us more information, I can watch the captives, or they're not our captives, but the former captives, the
Watch
girls
this.
formerly known as captives. Easy for me to
And-
say.
And we've got them stabilized for now. It won't take more than probably 5 minutes with your intimidation tactics.
Aya looks down at them a little concerned, and she's like, well, all right, I suppose.
I've got Hope under control, and Cedra can, or this tiefling under control, and Cedra can watch over the human.
Alright, so Aya's gonna waltz over here.
If only we had Puggy, I could use Puggy to intimidate him.
Puggy would probably eat him.
I would
That-
try
that
to
would-
stop
that's it.
that from happening.
If you want to intimidate them, you want them to be alive long enough to tell you something.
I would just keep his head away from it so Puggy would eat his legs first. That would be intimidating, right?
Yes, but he might die either of shock or the blood loss first.
Fair. Alright. Well. Onward. Intimidation tactics.
Alrighty.
Aya looks over at Zool and says, well, I guess if I'm going to be the one scaring information out of him, that would mean you would be good cop.
Yep.
What's a cop? Good warden.
Good guardsman, bad guardsman.
It's like, oh, well, you see on the Southwestern Archipelago, we refer to law enforcement as copper shields, so we shorten that to cop.
Good one.
I like that.
Clever.
Okay.
And Aya's like, well, Zool, take it away then. You start first.
Well, is he awake yet? It might be good. Might be better to have the bad cop be the one to wake him up.
Scream in his face. Scream in his face.
Aya has a better idea. She's gonna just like deliver a mild kick to his gut.
Fair enough. That is definitely more intimidating.
Alrighty, he goes. Kind of goes.
Then Aya reaches down, grabs him by the collar, and pulls him up to face level and says, "You wake up, dirtbag. You have some... It's like, you have a lot to answer for."
I love this already.
Okay, versus your reflex. Does that hit your reflex?
Nope.
Okay, you managed to evade as he spits up something. Spits up a little bit from your whole kick in the gut.
So Aya's like yelling, it's like you have a lot to answer for here. It's like don't even think about asking for backup. It's like all your friends have gone to the next world.
Was Aya the one who finished him off, or who finished this guy off?
I think it was who
Cedra. It was Cedra.
Cedra.
Yeah.
He looks and sees Cedra basically just kind of sitting there,
Playing with a
in front of him.
Zippo.
Playing with what?
Playing with a Zippo lighter.
Yeah. Well, snapping its fingers and making fire. in the
Human
background.
Torch.
He kind of remembers. He tries to move and realizes he's tied up.
And A is like, I see you remember my friend over there. Well, if you would like to avoid having another close encounter, you'll tell us what we want to know.
He spits out some blood on the ground. He's like, what, yeah.
I want you to explain what you and your friends
He has
were.
now noticed that Dweon and the Goblin Girl are basically occupying the same chair or same stump,
Same log, yeah.
log, whatever. What?
Look, we found the captives. We don't know if you specifically had anything to do with this. And we understand that maybe you were coerced into doing it. We just want to know a little bit of information.
No, we just hit a caravan and, well, we found girls.
Found girls?
In the
Can I
one of the
roll an
caravan
insight check?
carts.
Like already
Yeah,
shackled
yeah.
and...
So Aya kind of narrows her eyes, like, well, they seem to be a little well shackled and placed in those tents.
Well, it's around the boss's idea. He didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do with them when we brought them back. Well, we didn't find anything to. I don't know. I don't know what he wanted to do. We just had them in the tent.
A is like, well, listen to me. It's like, unlike your friends here, we're not going to kill you. We're going to take you back to town and hand you over to the local law enforcement. And, well, I can't say I know what they'll do to you. So it's best that you tell us everything you know before you meet your grisly fate.
Look, which one was it? Your boss? Was he the one who cut out the goblin's tongue?
The what?
Yeah, we noticed the goblin was, one less tongue, than what normally comes, among goblins.
What?
Yeah, she only has one instead of two.
And she's missing teeth. Don't
Give
forget
me an
teeth.
insight check. Any of you are looking at him.
Oh god, my insight's not great. 13.
It's just getting worse and worse with my rolls.
Aya, he's like Okay, Aya at least notices enough that he seems to be completely shocked at this, at what's going on, at this revelation. He's just kind of stuttering a little, like he didn't even know that this had happened.
So let me get this straight. So, like, according to this guy, that means that the noble in town was the guy.
Yes. He was the slaver.
Oh.
As me and Cedra were talking about earlier.
Oh.
These guys just hit the caravan and found the girls. And So that means he. I don't know. I don't know why he would tell the town's guardsmen.
Well, I wonder if the guy. I wonder if the sergeant
give me-
is in on this.
Give me a history check, anybody who would be thinking on that.
Oh,
4.
14.
oops. No, that's plus 10. That's a 9. So I got 19.
26. 26. You
I'll
roll
take a
16
look
first.
16
guess.
for 16 to
See if
first
something
one.
comes to Cedra's mind.
So Dweon is thinking
So much for a lucky guess.
on on the history and stuff of laws and stuff. Most nations and city-states and stuff have certain kind of things, international and precedents, and one of those is that ambassadors have certain immunity to certain kinds of things. Basically they follow the laws of their country, not the one they're in ambassadoring to.
Does Dweon share this with us?
And when dealing with ambassadors and such, and foreign dignitaries, basically, the individual's own, nation's laws trump certain things. So,
of course,
it would be difficult to do something to, actually, for example, regardless of what kind of crimes they did, that there were things that they did that were considered crimes with a local place. Their law, if it's legal in their laws, is legal there for the most part.
Okay, if Dweon shares this with us, I'm going to look at everyone else and say, we should probably take these girls back to Swine Dipples and not back to the town guard.
Well, they don't have family somewhere, do they? Like, how did this happen? Do you think they got,
they were probably
snatched from their
kidnapped.
homes, or?
They were probably kidnapped or just... We can talk to the town guards about this later, but I'd rather hide the girls and just tell them that they're dead so that the man thinks that he lost his precious cargo rather than him searching for them for the rest of their lives.
Well, our dorm has a spare room, doesn't it? Or am I,
yes.
misremembering?
It has a little bit...
We probably won't be keeping them in their dorms. It's more likely that the school will probably give them some shelter elsewhere.
Either way,
I don't know. This could be another Puggy scenario where it's better to just assume we're going to get in trouble if we get caught and err on the safe side.
Also might depend on who you actually talk to at the school too.
I feel like talking to the headmaster would be the best bet, considering I don't think anyone in this area condones having slaves and taking young girls as who knows what kind of slaves, and cutting off their tongues and taking out their teeth so that they can't tell anyone what's happened to them. They're safer with the school than they are with the town's guard, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, if you think the school won't throw them out, then I'm okay.
If the school throws them out, I will personally find them and find a safer place for them to hide. We all have connections somewhere.
So what do we do about the person responsible
my
for this?
connections are the greatest.
Do what?
What do we do about the person responsible for this? The person who enslaved them and...
We hide the girls first and then tell the town's guard what this man has done. But tell them that the girls were dead.
Personally. I mean, we could take him.
We could kill him, but that would probably get us in trouble with some foreign country.
If he's an ambassador and he follows under the laws of his other country, then doesn't that mean the guards here can't do much besides expel him from this country, so that basically he just goes and pleads justice and morality and all that?
But to be fair, we don't know what country he's from. The slaving might be illegal there as well. And if that's the case, then he's under full. He's under our jurisdiction for the same crime, just like murder.
Yeah. Well, actually, the guy did mention where he was from.
Where was that?
Where was that?
The from what did I call
Slaver's
it?
Isle.
From the Gray Mountains,
Gray Mountains.
Someone
Now-
roll a
What do you
history
know
check.
there?
I'm awful at that.
which is far to the west
All right.
far to the west, actually.
I rolled a 21 history on that. Do I know anything about?
18.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
good.
18.
Thinking about it,
21.
21,
know
nice.
that the Gray Mountains are ruled by a monarch known as the Tsar, or Emperor, depending on which side of the mountains you originally come from. And
Okay.
basically, he's pretty much, anything he says goes. And the Tsar has been, the current Tsar has been Tsar for nearly 20 years.
God damn it, stolen.
And is has been not a stable ruler for the last 6 or 7 of those.
So, in other words, he could decide that slavery is legal at any random time.
It may already be legal.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
We
So
just
we
know
can't.
But-
So we actually don't know what the laws are because he's basically
Well-
insane.
As of about a year ago, which is basically the last time there's been a major when there's been major information about his reign has gotten to this area. Well, puppetry was basically a death sentence. Actually making use puppets was considered a crime worthy of the death penalty.
Okay.
So going off of that, either there were some puppet users basically making fun of him with their puppets, or he just decided he didn't like them.
So he's random, capricious, dictatorial, and we're kind of relying on such a random person to dispense justice to an aristocratic ambassador to a foreign country.
We could follow him and kill him in the woods, but let's just get the girls safe first. And
Alrighty.
hopefully we can stabilize these other two, and hopefully we've gotten to them before
Alrighty.
what happened to Seika happened to them.
I have an idea.
Look at Zool.
Okay. I think we should go, and we should try to convince him that we overheard or we saw about a plot to assassinate him from the bandits, and that we're going to take him to a safe place, and then we murder him there.
That could be a good idea, except if the town guard knows that we took him and then he winds up dead in the place
What
where
if we
we said
implicate
we
the
could.
town guard as part of the plot? That you have people inside the town guard who are looking to assassinate him.
This seems a lot more convoluted than just following him out in the woods while he's on a caravan back home and attacking the caravan, considering I think we can handle a few bodyguards.
I could do
Especially
that.
with
Do we know when he's?
especially with you and Cedra, who's able to fly.
Do we know if he's? Well, we don't know if he's going back anytime soon, do we? Unless we like rat him out and then they revoke like his like ambassador status, possibly.
That is the plan. At the very least, we can turn in this shield and have him tell the guards that what we found out. Though I'm not sure what we'll do if he tells them that the girls are still alive. As I glare at the glare at the shield.
As you're basically discussing this, and he's still conscious, right? He's stuttering. He can't really put any words together.
I look at him and say, on second thought, he's probably too scared shitless to think about betraying us. I look at Aya and say, thank you for that.
Aya just kind of narrows her eyes at him, and she's like, you'd better be telling us the truth about all this.
To be fair, if one of these girls does not have her tongue taken out, then we can always ask them. Or we can actually ask Sokka by having her write it down. Look at Duion.
Leon's thinking. He's like, well, what exactly do we want to ask her?
Ask her if she was kidnapped by the bandits or someone else.
All right. I write on a piece of paper, do you know who kidnapped you? Question mark.
She takes the paper, gets it up real close, and looks at it. Looks it over, and just kind of shakes her head.
All right.
Okay. Well, then all we have is the shield's word at the moment.
Well, you could always ask if. Well.
We asked if the bandits took her, I suppose. If she knows if she was. We could ask if she was in that cart.
So you're gonna try and do that? I'm gonna do that with a.
We don't know who cut out her tongue, do we?
No.
Not at the moment.
But it seems to have healed. So it was a while ago, at least.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my god. I just read this Master's Blade information.
What?
The stuff you sent in Skype.
Oh.
I just read the Daily Power.
Oh, I haven't even looked at that yet.
You'd like that.
That's insane. Like the fact that I could deal +2 damage every attack and shift away.
And all the
What's
other
crazy?
stuff.
Scary.
Well, I guess tell me after you guys are done chatting with it.
Yeah.
Or about it. Easy for me to say.
Alright, so anyway. So, what is Duion doing with right now? And everybody else?
So I write underneath that really in big letters. My letters are continuously getting bigger. I write, so who did this to your tongue? Question mark.
She holds out her hand for the quill.
Uh-huh.
And she she kind of gets it. It's not quite as close as it's been, but she kind of like the words slowly come out. Don't know. Woke up without.
Huh. So I tell the rest of the group, I'm like, yeah, she doesn't seem to have a lot of clarity in what we're asking here. I think most of our
I
information.
wonder how long ago she woke up without her tongue then.
It had to be a while ago because it's healed up pretty good.
Hopefully, one of these other girls will wake up soon.
Maybe they might have some more answers.
Dweon, this isn't a weird question, I hope, but does this happen a lot to goblins?
Not that I know of. I mean, yeah, people are always kind of picking on us and stuff, but as far as like getting taken into slavery and tongues cutting out, meh.
It just seems weird.
You are.
Well,
or not weird. It just seems unfair that they would do that to a person. It's odd that on top of having done so, they only did that to her.
well,
I look at Dweon and say, can you tell if she's been drugged recently to where she'd forget everything? Since you know a lot about medicine and alchemy and such.
I could do a heal check real quick.
yeah.
Let's see.
Because that could definitely be an issue if she was given an amnesiac of some sort.
All right, I rolled a 17 heal check. Does she seem like out of sorts as far as being drugged or anything?
Not as far as you can tell. You're pretty sure that this hasn't been like drugs or anything of any sort.
Okay.
You know.
It might just be more of trauma or something like that.
Yeah, trauma of some sort probably. This would be a very, very traumatic thing to go through.
Quick question. Can I roll a nature check to see if I'd know of any like natural plants or something that would wake these girls up any quicker or help them heal?
Well, you're thinking.
Has anyone checked their pulse or done anything to verify?
They're both breathing. You can tell that.
If I know like a special herb that I could have,
Like a
Dweon.
Like a strong scent that might wake someone up. Like,
yeah, so stink root or something silly like that.
Well, I don't know. You can do a nature check or think on something. Think on anything that might be in this area.
Nope, I know nothing about that because I'm awful at nature.
You're thinking Dweon should just sit right right beside them and wait until the time and kind of put out his hand and say, "Pull my finger."
I look at Aya and say, "Do you have any clerical abilities? Since I still think you're a cleric, that could help them."
And could I do a nature check untrained?
Aya shakes her head and she's like, "Unfortunately, I was not trained in the medicinal arts. Most of my training edges towards combat."
Well, can't you maybe just shout at them to get motivated to wake up with however you make people get better about broken stuff? I'm doing my best to try and describe accurately what it is I think you do, but I just start faltering as I go on.
Once again, Aya just shakes her head. She says, "Unfortunately, my ability to heal others relies on encouraging them using Bahamut's divine will to accelerate their own healing. It's not necessarily anything particular I do. It is what Bahamut does. In their current state, as they are resting, all it'll do is allow their rest to be more
restful,
peaceful, restful,
more re-energizing.
Type of
then.
It'll allow their rest to be more pleasant for them. It won't exactly wake them up.
I look at Aya and say, "So you're a religion bard, not a cleric."
She kind of tilts her head and says, "Well, I can see where you're coming from, but as I was trained by the church and I fight on Bahamut's behalf, I would consider myself a Templar of Bahamut.
Okay, fair enough.
You won't find me singing songs or anything like that, though I have been known to carry a good tune, so..."
Yeah.
Now Aya's thinking like, I suppose if I'm ever in dire need of finding a fool.
We could make a
Murdoch's
band. I know how to play flute.
Murdoch is like, I couldn't even carry a tune in a bucket.
I look at Murdoch and say, "You could probably play the drums, though, right?"
It's like actually drumming would be something I could do. When it comes to music, I've always had a pretty good sense of timing, so...
I can play flute. Learned that from the elves.
Alright,
Though I do not have one.
Someone's typing furiously.
I'm missing.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say I'm gonna look for a. Are there any like daggers or other sharp cutting implements among the bandits, or other like general loot that we found laying about?
The blades had all the mooks had like a short sword of some sort. The two Grey Blade sabers had basically a kind of scimitar cutlass type thing. The short sword. The shields had a big, heavy shield with no other weapon.
How about just a really, really sharp knife?
Well, me and Cedra both have some of those.
Yeah, they have a couple.
Okay.
I can give you one of mine.
Once we find this nobleman, I'm gonna be playing bad cop in the interrogation, and by interrogation, I mean execution.
I mean, to be fair, I think any one of us could execute. Well, maybe not Dweon, but without pouring acid down his throat. But any one of us could execute a man. Though, I feel like you or Ao might have a more justification for it, other than just rage at the fact that they're being slaved.
This is systematic of the human oppression of especially non-human peoples.
Yeah.
I don't particularly trust humans either, but not all of them are bad people. I mean,
no, but this one is.
This one's an awful person and deserves to be punished.
I don't know if I can go and murder an ambassador, though.
I can murder him.
I can murder him.
Aya's rubbing her chin, and she's like, as despicable as that man's crimes are, I wouldn't feel it would be against my beliefs to just murder an unarmed person, especially if, let's just assume that he's not acting outside the law of his country.
I look at.
It's like, I won't have any part of that, but it won't be my fault if something happens to him while I'm not paying attention.
I look at Zool and say, I have no more quandaries with killing a slaver, especially one that does this to poor innocent women.
I agree. His fate is sealed.
As soon as we can find a proper time to do so. But first, let's get these girls safe and hopefully to a cleric or someone else who can heal them or help them in some way. And I suppose we should probably take the shield along with us back to the school to begin with. At the very least, we can feed him to our pet dragon, and I smile mischievously.
But like Aya said, like she won't take place in the murder of someone who's unarmed but herself. But in this case, it's like, well, maybe I'll take the shield and the captives back to the school, and whatever happens to the poor ambassador will be none of my business.
Oh, I don't want to
Well,
kill
hey,
him
you know
yet.
what I was thinking? What if he was armed? Would it be okay then? Like, do you think we could give him a sword and that would be okay?
Have it be kind of like the whole South
Or-
Park thing. He's coming right for
Or
us.
what if we?
Bam, bam, bam.
Challenge him to single combat.
Aya kind of turns around
Yeah,
like her.
Sefruz, that's a good idea. We could challenge him to combat.
Ooh,
Wait,
I
no,
definitely
I
want to
have a good
challenge him
idea.
I
to
was gonna say
combat.
Aya kind of turns around and you're not sure, but it looks like her horns may have perked up a little. She's like, "Oh, if he's armed, then there's no problem then."
Okay, that's easy. I can throw a dagger in him, and then he'll have a weapon on him.
She's like, why? If he's armed, then well, I simply won't have a choice. I'll have to fight him.
I look at Aya and says, he has two arms. He is definitely armed at all times. For now, we'll see after I'm done with him.
Alrighty.
Basically, one of the Aya's things is that, like I said, she won't attack someone who's unarmed, and that's. But this is the kind of situation where it's only with like gritting her teeth, like I really shouldn't.
Fair enough. Well, if we give him a weapon, then it's fine. We have plenty of extra daggers.
I'm sure he has a dagger somewhere on his person.
Well,
If
he
not-
can, I guess, bring his bodyguard and other bodyguard. How many bodyguards do you think he has? He can
Probably
bring
at least
5 of them, I
3.
guess. Yeah, hold on.
At least
Maybe we
3.
should do a vetting process for his bodyguards before we do this.
Just slowly pick them off one by one in the shadows.
Actually, wait, no, that's too
I
many
could-
people.
Well,
That's-
no, if it's one
that
by
ignore-
one.
What's the whole point of challenging him anyway? We can't
No,
just
if-
bust in there, give him a knife, and say we challenge you to a duel. We have to.
Can't we?
We need proof of wrongdoing, and then we demand. Well, I've never done this before. This all sounds right, though, right?
I can always go and well, wait. I look at the book and say, can we prove that that's his?
You not be sure. It is very vague.
Did we ever figure out what was on those scrolls as well, other than legal jargon?
Legal jargon. So
Oh yeah, I'm
far,
gonna
what-
pass, or not pass through. Easy for me to say. I'm not going to. Let me just start over. I'm going to nab the scroll in the book, and I'm going to search for anything indicative of marking or anything that could be included as.
I will
ownership.
attempt to help you.
Alrighty.
If I may.
Okay.
I don't even
Give
know if
me.
I'll
Give me a
roll
perception
to aid.
check to look through it.
Or if there's a
I'm
better
aiding
skill.
you.
Okay. I'll just. There we go. Oh, I need the aid too.
You got a 15.
Okay.
Or
Yep.
I mean, if we go with mine, then I got a
Keep
23.
You keep looking at it, and it looks like the same sentence over and over, with just the words kind of mixed up a bit. Over and over and over, it just kind of. Eyes start to water at the.
Oh man,
And-
I
and-
found.
All work and
and
no
as you're
play
looking
makes
at
Jack
it-
a dull boy.
And as you're looking at it, it's the letters and words seem to be marching endlessly. And
As I
to the right, and coming back in on the other side, back to the right.
see Cedra start to lose focus, I'll look over his shoulder at the papers and see if I can pick anything else out. Since I can tell he's struggling with
Yeah.
these.
Oh man, you
there's-
better look quick because I'm
Yes,
about to
yes.
toss this behind my shoulder.
Well, the
It's
paper's right
frustration.
there. I look at it real quick with my 24 perception. 25.
Alrighty. You're getting the idea that this seems to be like who is scraping their something. So you're getting you get it does seem to be legalese, but you seem to be deciphering a good chunk of it, and the scrolls seem to be like a like some kind of they seem to be a record of some sort, a record of some kind of sale or bill or something, or records of some sort.
Does it not state exactly what was sold?
You know, guys, we don't have to give these books to the guy. We can just keep these for a while and find somebody that might know better than us.
Oh, let's just give them to the professor to begin with.
Sephruz, give me a history check. Since you're looking at it closely, you're trying to see the information. You're finally, some things are making more sense, but it's not quite all there. History check, maybe. Would give you.
Everyone pray to the dice gods for me. They did not answer.
Actually, they did answer. They answered badly.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's like you're looking at it, and there's a description of something. There's like a picture of like a symbol at some point you find near the bottom.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And okay, I look at the others and say, I can tell this is a bill of sale of some sort, but I'm not sure what this symbol means. Do any of you know?
It's a big, elaborate symbol. And
is it above a line with an X?
No, it is. Well, it just seems to be a symbol on there. Also, everybody perception checks.
Okay. Been sitting here a while, so.
Yeah.
18. Well, 9.
6.
20 with Cedra? Ooh, thanks, Cedra.
24 with Cedra's
bonus. Cedra and Dweon. Well, Cedra kind of has noticed something bugging him about the human girl. You're finally seeing a pattern in something that looked like it was just like some kind of sore spot.
Oh.
You know.
Is it the same symbol that is in the book?
It seems to be something. It seems to be the same thing.
It's a brand.
Oh.
They branded her. If Cedra points that out.
Actually, it is not a brand. It's a tattoo.
Well, yeah, but it's still technically a brand.
Oh, they
it's just not a
burn.
That's
obnoxious.
If Cedra points that out to the rest of us, and I say, well, it looks like this is all the proof we need that this was a bill of sale and that this is who was sold. It can't be someone who would sell this poor girl.
I ask Seika. I point to the tattoo on the human, and I'm like, in Goblin, I ask her, do you have one of these too?
As he does this, I look over the teeth.
She kind of leans over and looks at it and scratches her back. And lifts up her shirt. And there's a similar, not the exact same symbol, but a similar one.
Gotcha.
Tattooed there.
I shift down.
I'm assuming you mean she lifts up the back of her shirt.
Yes, the back.
Not her back.
Yeah, the back of her. Back of that.
I move my pelt, over, and look at the tiefling's back as well.
Yeah, she is currently lying on her back.
Okay, well, I kind of roll her over since I don't want that on my conscience at the moment, and so I look at her back to see if she has the same markings or similar.
She has a map marking as well.
Okay, I roll her back over, being sure to keep my pelt covering all of her important areas.
She has some clothes on. It's just not the most warmest or
Warm, yeah.
anything.
Well, then I still continue to keep that pelt over her.
Yeah. All right.
But offering the Bandit we have prisoners. I mean, we could offer him money, but I don't think he's that useful.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, we could send him as an assassin, but I feel like he would just run off. Yeah, as Duion said. Also, I don't think he's going to be very stealthy.
Have him as extra manpower.
Yeah.
But do we need it? Like, we're pretty OP. Until Andrew throws something that's like 3 levels higher than us and we cry a lot.
It's only a matter of time.
It is.
Well,
That dragon fight almost made us cry, though, honestly.
But to be fair, we were missing 2 people.
well, 1.5 people. So
True.
Duion kind of did some.
He did do things.
Did things, but not much.
And we were missing we were missing our tank. Like, we were missing the tank. That's a very vital point of our party.
Yeah. It took you a while, but once you got some people next to that dragon, it went down quick.
Yeah, I think
really
I was
getting the fire guy next to the thing that's vulnerable to it.
fire guy and the guy who hits twice a turn.
Yeah. It was very effective in keeping you away.
Oh yeah. All right. Well.
Alrighty. Anyways.
Well, this whole time, Aya is just kind of crossing her arms and staring down at the ground, kind of looking a little conflicted.
So.
I look at A and say, let's just deal with the girls before we decide whether or not we need to kill that awful man. Because I don't want you to have this whole conjuring.
Aya at this point kind of shakes her head. It's like, no, we should deal with him. It's just, well, upholding the law is a principle that Bahamut favors, but more so than that, it is also protecting the oppressed and striking down evil where it stands. It's just the idea of going against the law is not. I don't. It's hard for me to do, but at the same time, I realize it must be done.
We can try the legal route first, but if that doesn't work, he needs to be dealt with one way or another. No slaver will live if he crosses my path, especially if he does this.
Just with a quiet, A just gives a quiet nod.
And I know Zool feels the same way.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, honestly, I think we should just take him out.
Well, I just think we should
like
try
I said, it has to be a fair challenge.
I think we should try to get the law enforcement to deal with him first, but if they fail to do so, then we are justice, and Aya is the light of the god of justice, therefore...
Sure, we'll go with that too.
Therefore, if she agrees with us, what could possibly go wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I say let's just take these girls back. Wait, are those oxen still alive?
I think that's what they were eating.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so can we put these girls in the back of that, and with like a few of the other party members in the back of the cart?
The cart is also the inside is, lockable. They might not appreciate being in the lock thing. They may have at least been conscious to know enough about.
Okay, well.
Top of it, is there like a seat of some sort?
No, it's a tent style thing, is what he said.
No, it's more a cage.
Oh,
no.
Gotcha.
Let's not put them in the cage because I'd feel awful. So let's just, I guess I can carry the tiefling since I've already done so. Murdoch.
Yeah, we can make some stretchers or whatever.
Well, we don't need to make stretchers if I can just carry her princess style the whole way.
Murdoch's pretty strong too.
And yeah, Murdoch can hold the human and Seika doesn't need to be held. She's walking on her own just fine. Though Duion might be impeded a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be slow going, but we'll be good. As far as this shield guy goes,
We can drag him behind.
Um, he's finally starting to get his voice. Look, I'm feeling very bad about this and all, and I think we started off on the bad foot, and I'm Ulrich Treefeather. Please.
Does anyone know the most efficient way to leave somebody out for birds?
I don't. I look at Citra
He's
and
a
say,
bandit,
I don't.
not a slaver.
Look,
I look at Citra and say, I don't think he deserves that. I think he deserves at least to be brought to the authorities and put on trial at the very most.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's do everything the hard way.
You're saying something, Ulrich?
Look, I had no idea this was what's happening. We just found them. I wasn't even with them when they found them. They came back to the, camp with them, and I'm sorry.
Aya just lets out a breath. She's like, well, regardless.
I'm not in the business. I'm only in the business of stealing money, not people.
What race is he?
What?
What race is he?
He is human.
As Aya just lets out a sigh, it's like, well, regardless, you're still a bandit, so we will take you to town, and we will offer you the authorities, but at the very least, you'll be tried as just a petty thief. It won't be a death sentence.
I think if he helps out, he can redeem himself beyond, what he's done so far, especially if he can fight a greater evil than what possibly damage he has committed so far.
As long, I doubt he'll betray us at this point, considering he saw us slaughter all of his friends. So,
you really don't think he'll betray us?
And if he does, what's he gonna be able to do? I mean, look at us. You can literally set him on fire in half a second, and I can chop his head off.
I just look at him while I start laughing. I really can't.
I think maybe we could keep him under personal arrest for now, and I think if he's willing to help us on stuff, then he can earn his freedom, and we won't send him to the authorities. I think that would be a reasonable thing.
I agree.
He can do community service for us.
All right, I'm willing to go along with it.
I agree. He deserves to be able to redeem himself.
I can carry one of the girls. I'm strong, and I could, he's very, he's still stuttering a bit. Give me some insight checks, especially the people who are close to him.
I rolled an
22.
21.
4.
Well,
yeah,
me and Duion are doing well.
He just wants to cop a feel, probably. But Cephus is like, yeah, maybe. He seems to be feeling really bad about this.
I look at the party and say, I think that he is actually remorseful of what his bandit mates did, and that he does deserve a chance, but I know I'm going to keep the tiefling with me. If Murdoch is okay with you carrying the human, that's fine. I would just rather keep her with me since she's as she is, and she can't really be helped at the moment in our current situation.
You can carry some of the other stuff, like we got other loot, shields.
It's like you can carry my pack that has all my adventurer's kit or equipment in it. I'm going to keep my weapons, of course.
Aya crosses her arms again, looks away, and makes a noise, and she's like, I don't like this at all.
Dude, he only has a shield.
Yeah, and he doesn't have it with him right now. He dumped it with all the other stuff. He doesn't even have. He barely has. He only has hide armor too. So, and I'm assuming you at least, well, depending on how much he's wearing underneath, you may have taken that off as well. For all intents and purposes, he's wearing pants. And maybe a shirt or jerkin. Now, he's at least not a threat.
A just doesn't like the idea of this guy going free despite being a thief.
I'm not going
Oh,
free. I'm just
especially he's
carrying.
not armed.
I'm just carrying the poor girl.
He's not armed. He's not a threat, and I think we could even offer him maybe like a small amount of money to actually help us with our task, so that he's not gonna run away at the first possible second.
Look, whatever jerk did this, I don't care what happens to him as long as it's unpleasant.
I agree.
This was not good.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll head back into town then.
Alrighty.
Age's like, well, we'd better head back to town then. Well, buddy boy, if you want to earn your freedom, you better work hard for it.
Let's head back to the school, not to town. Let's try to avoid going through town if we can.
Okay.
So that the
Alright,
man
so
does
you're
not
headed
see
back
the
to
girl.
school?
Anyone within range will notice that Aya's aura is kind of sour right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sika is still clinging to Dweon.
Yes, I assumed so. I'm trying to make the best of it.
Oh, trying to make the best of it. Dweon's loving every second of it. This never happened in high school.
Well, this is
No,
high school.
honestly, he's more uncomfortable than anything. I mean, yeah, he doesn't really,
I mean, just look at
like-
her portrait. She's smoking hot. Dweon's having the time of his life.
but he's also really uncomfortable. He's sweating profusely, smelling. Of course, I don't know. Goblins might be into that.
Oh, that's right. He's a goblin, so he's nervous. He's sweating profusely. He's farting every few seconds, like, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Pretty much.
Alright.
But then again, maybe for female goblins, it's a turn on. I like a man who knows when to nervous fart.
Exactly.
Alright. So, anything else for this session? I think we'll finish up here.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think we're just heading back to
I don't think
town.
so.
We're heading back to
Alrighty.
town. Maybe we'll figure out what's
Next.
going on with the rest of this next week.
Yes, next week. On! You're supposed to say no, whatever. Anyways, everybody say goodbye to both our listeners.
Next time on Kobolds and Cockfighting. Wait, that's not the game we're playing? Crap! These points are not in cockfighting, they are in diplomacy.
Alrighty. Everybody say goodbye for the night.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Goodbye for the night.
Whatever. Alright. Night, both of our listeners.
I think